Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you're having a great day. So in this tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to create an e-commerce website using the Blocksy theme, WooCommerce, and SiteGround. The Blocksy theme is a completely free theme that's really feature rich, responsive, and it looks great on mobile devices. Honestly, it's one of the best free themes I've come across for both blogging and e-commerce. Then I'm going to show you how to get a domain name at a domain name register. My domain name register of choice is Namecheap because they provide low prices, low renewal rates, and you get whois protection for free. Then we're going to be getting a shared hosting account with SiteGround, which is one of only 3 recommended web hosts by WordPress. Honestly, for an e-commerce style website, you are going to need a little bit more power and oomph in your web hosting. So I definitely recommend SiteGround because they provide that right mix of speed, power, and reliability. I'm going to cover all the little details that you need to know for creating an e-commerce website, like how to create your product pages, automate your taxes, calculate your shipping, create coupon codes, create upsells and cross-sells, and more. So if you've been looking to get started with WordPress and WooCommerce, this video is for you. Like always, make sure to check the links in the description for timestamps and resources mentioned in this video. So let's begin.
Welcome to Namecheap.com. So this is my preferred domain name register of choice and the website where I get all of my domain names from. So you're going to need a domain name for your website. And to get started with Namecheap, it's very simple. Just click here and put in the domain name that you want to register and then click on the search button. Okay, so once you click that search button, Namecheap is going to come back and tell you whether or not the domain name is available or not. Now, I definitely suggest getting a .com for your first website. If it's not available, you're going to have to click up here and try different combinations of letters, maybe numbers. I definitely don't suggest numbers though. So just try a different combination until you find something that's available. Once it is, go ahead and click on Add to Cart, and then click on View Item, and then click on Checkout. Okay, so this is the checkout page. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I just want to cover a few things. So with domain name registration, you can register a domain name for 1 year up to 10 years in advance. I definitely would suggest at least 2 or 3 years, then come back into Namecheap and register for a longer period of time. Auto renew, that's totally up to you whether or not you want to leave it on or off. Auto renew means that your credit card will be automatically charged or your PayPal account will be automatically charged when the domain name registration comes up again. And then one big thing that you get with Namecheap is free whois protection. So when you register a domain name, part of ICANN regulations is to provide accurate contact information like your address, your email, etc. And so what domain name privacy does, it just keeps all that information private and you get it free with Namecheap. So anyways, when you're done, go ahead and click on confirm order and you are good to go. Now it's time to get a shared hosting account for our e-commerce website. And for that, I recommend SiteGround.com. Now, SiteGround is actually one of only 3 recommended web hosts by WordPress, and they are really ideal for e-commerce because they provide the right performance and technology to really optimize your e-commerce website. And on top of that, they have a dedicated WooCommerce high performance plan over here. To be honest, it's pretty similar to the web hosting plan. The only real difference is that like WooCommerce comes like pre-installed. Anyways, we're going to be using this one, WooCommerce, but again, you can use any type of software tools with this account. You're not just limited to only WooCommerce, so don't worry about that. Anyways, let's click on Get Started. And then over here, we have their startup, Grow Big, and Go Geek. So I just want to actually open up this just to show you the web hosting account. There we go. So it's just the same. See, startup, grow big, go geek, same exact thing. It's just WooCommerce comes pre-installed, but SiteGround is actually optimized to really help WooCommerce run really fast and efficiently on your e-commerce website. So anyways, to get started, we have startup, grow big, go geek. Honestly, the Grow Big is the best seller for a reason. Startup is a little bit too limiting with this one website over there and 10,000 monthly visitors. Grow Big is ideal because you can get started, grow your site, and then if you want to upgrade your account, you can upgrade to the Go Geek plan, no problem. So let's go ahead and click on Get Plan. And there we go. So now please enter your domain name, register a new domain name. Now, with a hosting account, you need a domain name to be the primary domain name on the account. And so you have to put in a domain name here, but we registered our domain name at Namecheap. And so we're just going to do this. I already have this domain name, so let me put my domain name. Okay, so put in the domain name that you registered at Namecheap and then click on Proceed. All right, and then this is just the account information page. So I'm not going to insult your intelligence and walk you through how to pay for something online. Just fill out your account information, your client's information, and then your payment information down there, and then the hosting services. What's great about SiteGround is that you can set the data center from Asia to Asia, Singapore, Australia, United Kingdom, Germany. Depends on like where your audience is primarily located. So if you're an American audience, you're probably going to want USA, Iowa. Then the period is the 12-month, and so you do get a discount if you select 24 months, and it's only $14.99. So it's totally up to you. In general, I would go with 12 or 24 months, and then that's it. And so just click these little boxes right down there, and then click Pay Now, and you are good to go. Welcome to SiteGround.com. So once you submit payment, you should be looking at a page that looks similar to this. Now, what we want to do is add a website, install WordPress, and add an SSL certificate to our website. Now, to get started is very simple. Either click on this Setup Website button or click on the tab that says Websites. Both take you to the same page. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create a Website over here. Okay, so now I have a few different options. New domain name, that'll register a domain name through SiteGround, which we don't want to do. We want to use an existing domain name because we're going to be using Namecheap. So let me go ahead and click on Select, and then put in your domain name down here that you're going to be using. Okay, so once you put your domain name in there, click on the orange Continue button, and then you're going to be getting a little warning message down here that just says like, hey, this domain name's not registered through SiteGround. That just means that you have to point the domain name at your domain name register to SiteGround. It's just a little warning message. It's not a big deal. You can go ahead and ignore it because we're using Namecheap. Obviously, it's not going to be registered in your SiteGround account. So go ahead and click on Continue. All right, so now we can start a new website or migrate a website. So migrating a website means you're going to move a website from another web host to SiteGround. We're not doing that. We're going to be starting a new website. So click on Select. Next, we have WordPress, WooCommerce, and Weebly Site Builder. So we're going to be using WooCommerce in this tutorial. So go ahead and select WordPress and WooCommerce. Okay, now it's time to set up your login information. This information is what you're going to use to log into your website. So put an email address and a password that you're going to remember. Okay, and once you're all set, go ahead and click on Continue. Next, you're going to have an upsell for SiteGround Scanner. We can just go ahead and ignore this and click on the Finish button. And now WordPress is being installed for our website. Now, once WordPress is finished installing, it's going to say you're all set. Well, not quite. There's still a few things that we need to do. So first, we need to point our domain name to SiteGround. So when people try to visit our .com, it's going to be getting the information that's found at SiteGround. That makes any sense? Sounds a little bit more complicated, but honestly, all you have to do is take ns1siteground.net, take this, copy it, then navigate back into Namecheap, okay? Log into your account, find the domain name that you want to use for SiteGround, and then navigate to where it says name servers right down here. Then click this drop down. We want custom DNS, not Namecheap DNS. Name server 1, click here, paste. Then do the same thing again. So take this, NS2, take that, and put it as name server 2, and then click on this little check mark right there. And it should say DNS server update may take 48 hours to take effect. Now, it may take 48 hours for full propagation, but from my experience, it's usually half an hour, okay? So you're gonna have to kind of sit back, wait half an hour for everything to propagate as appropriate. Now, once we're done with that, the next thing I want you to do is go here to Site Tools and click on Manage Sites. Okay, so once you're here, what we need to do is we need to click on Security. Then we want to go to SSL Manager. And then right over here is where we want to add in a new SSL certificate. So you want to make sure that your domain name is selected right here, go to SSL, then select Let's Encrypt. Let's Encrypt is completely for free. And so just go ahead and click on Get. That should take a minute or two to finish, and it should say Let's Encrypt is installed for your domain name, and you're good to go. So now you've just successfully installed an SSL certificate for your website. Let's go ahead and log into our website. So there's one little thing that we still need to do for the SSL certificate as well. Anyways, click on the Websites tab, and then over here, it's going to list out all the domain names that you have for your websites. So we only have one website installed with the WooCommerce logo. So anyways, to log into our website, click on WordPress Kit, and then go to WordPress Admin. Now it's going to take you to WP-admin, and that's how you get to this page. So you should just type in yourwebsite.com/WP-admin. That's how you get here. So anyways, to log in, just use the email that you set up as well as the password. So once you log into your website, you're going to be looking at a page that looks like this. This is powered by a WordPress plugin from SiteGround. We obviously don't need this because you have this tutorial to follow, so we're just going to go ahead and click on exit. Now it takes you to the WordPress dashboard. So welcome to WordPress. You've successfully installed WordPress on your website. You've successfully logged into your website. Okay, so now welcome to WordPress. And so the first thing that I want you to do is navigate to where it says plugins. And let's go ahead and delete this WordPress starter plugin. There we go. And go ahead and click on delete. All right, next we want to navigate to where it says SiteGround Optimizer. All right, so now we want to navigate to where it says environment optimization, and then we want to force HTTPS by using this. So if we visit our website, what you're going to notice is that it's not secure. But if we come over here and we type in HTTPS, okay, we type in the secure version, we actually have a secure version. So now we have two versions of our website. So how do you make it so the unsecure version redirects to the secure version automatically? Simple, click of a button right over here. So click on this button, then click on confirm. All right, and that's it. So it should say HTTPS enabled, okay? Now, granted, some of you may have an error where it says like, please install an SSL certificate. You may be going a little bit too fast. So just give the name, again, like that's why I said, take a little bit of break. Once you set everything up with Namecheap and you point everything, just grab a cup of coffee, wait 10 minutes, it'll work. But anyways, that's all you need to do. And so now we have a secure WordPress website with a nice little lock there, and we're good to go. So now we're ready to design our website. Professional backend settings for our website. So we're almost ready to kind of start designing our website, but let's just take care of a few little details. So first things first, let's navigate over to where it says users. Now, users is where you kind of control access to your website. So you should have one user account, and it's the administrator. Now, if you click on this administrator account, this is where you can kind of change your password way down here. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so set a new password. So if you ever want to update the password for your account, that's how you do it. Over here, you can change a picture with your Gravatar account. So if you, what's like Gravatar? Well, if we click on Gravatar, over here, you can log in and then you can have a picture be related to a specific email. So that's kind of how you do that. Biographical information that will appear on your website if you enable it. So for example, let's just navigate to websitecreatorpro.com. Let's come down here. Let's go ahead and open up this blog post. So for example, if I come way down here, this little section, this picture, all this stuff is being powered by this section of the account within WordPress. Now let's back out of this. Okay, so to add a new account, you can go here to add new. And what's really helpful about WordPress, say you want to add an editor account, whatever, maybe you want to hire a writer for your website and engage in content marketing or blogging. Right down here, you can click on role. Then each of these roles has different access to your website. So you have a shop manager because you have the WooCommerce plugin, administrator, that's you, the editor, author, etc. And so that's how you create these new helpful accounts when you want to bring team members onto your website over time. Now, once you get that squared away, the next thing I want you to do is navigate to where it says plugins. Now with plugins, we do need to install a few additional plugins. So let's go ahead and click on add new. So the first one I want you to install is called Yoast SEO. So just type in Yoast. And what Yoast does, it just gives you a little bit more control over the on-page SEO of your website. So go ahead and click on install and then click on activate. Okay, and so now that's installed. So let's go ahead and click on add new and let's install one more plugin that I like. It's called Smush. There we go. So Smush lazy load images. Click on install and then click on activate. Okay, so what Smush does is just simply optimizes images that you upload to your website to make them a smaller file size so your website loads more quickly, but it maintains the image quality. Okay, so that's all you need to do. So we did the users, we did plugins. Now let's go to settings. Now right here, settings, we have general, reading, writing. So let's go to reading. Now over here, you have different aspects of your website, so you can have your latest blog post or a static homepage. This is where you can create a homepage for your website, which we're going to do later in the tutorial when we want to create like a visual menu for our website. Now, what I want you to do is click on permalinks down here. Now, permalinks literally means permanent link for your website. And so, for example, right up top there, websitecreatorpro.com/blog/post title, that's my preferred structure of choice, totally up to you. So you can either select on post name, or you can come down here, select custom structure, and then /blog/post. And so that organizes the blog post under the blog, if that makes any sense. And so I would recommend custom structure or post name. Definitely not plain P123, and definitely not anything with dates, because we're not creating time sensitive content. Okay, so if you're going to blog on your e-commerce website, I generally would suggest going with this structure right there with the domain name /blog/post name. When you're all set, come down here and click on Save Changes. Fantastic. Now it's time to install the Blocksy theme. So I want you to navigate to where it says Appearance, then come over here to Themes. Now you should have a few themes installed by default, so we're going to add a new theme. So just click on this big button right here that says Add New Theme. Next, come up here and search for themes and type in Blocksy. And here we go. This is the Blocksy theme. Click on Install. And then click on Activate. Awesome. So now you've successfully installed the Blocksy theme. Now what I recommend doing is deleting all of these themes from your account. So go ahead and click them. And then right down here, you have the red button where it says delete. So just go ahead and delete. And then just go ahead and do that for each one of these themes individually. Just for security reasons, you want one theme installed at a time on your website, and that's it. So now we're ready to begin designing and customizing our e-commerce website with the Blocksy theme.
All right, so now our website is set up and we are good to go. We got the Blocksy theme installed, we have WooCommerce installed, and I'm gonna show you how to design your website, how to lay out the homepage effectively for an e-commerce website. I'm also gonna cover different types of product pages that you can create for physical products that maybe have a little bit more customization, like shoes, for example, digital downloads, Amazon Associates products, etc., as well as how to accept payment via credit card, PayPal, and more. Anyways, let's continue.
So once you've activated the Blocksy theme, you're going to see this little call to action up top there for thank you for installing Blocksy. Install the Blocksy companion. Yeah, we definitely want to go ahead and do this. So go ahead and click on Install Blocksy Companion. Now this is again just an additional plugin on top of your website. And there we go. So now we have a little Blocksy tab in our sidebar, and we can go ahead and click on Skip. All right, so now this is the Blocksy companion. So let's go ahead and click on first extensions. So with extensions, we can set cookie consent, and that's important for e-commerce, especially if you're in the European Union with GDPR. So let's go ahead and click on activate. Then product reviews, a custom post type specifically designed for creating product reviews. Yep, we want that. Display a trending list of posts right here. Yep, we want that. And then the last one is over here, widgets, popular recent posts, advertisements, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we want to go ahead and install that. So just click on activate, and there we go. So now we can click on other useful plugins. Then this again just gives you recommendations for other things that you can go ahead and install for your website if you like. And now let's navigate to starter sites. Now with starter sites for this tutorial, we're going to be using a theme, okay? So or a template, more like where you have a theme. This is a template. Templates are great for e-commerce websites just because it comes with everything that you need to get going, like your account, your cart, all the forms, everything's just kind of set up, and then you can just jump in and edit a little bit more quickly. So with Blocksy, the theme or the template that I really like is this one called Homey. So let's go ahead and click on import. Install child theme. Yep, click on next. Now you can have your option between Gutenberg and Brizy. Now Gutenberg is just the default WordPress block editor. Brizy is a dedicated page builder. And so again, you can kind of sort through this on your own. So like this one's Gutenberg and Brizy, this one's Elementor, Gutenberg, Brizy, Elementor, totally up to you. Again, I personally like using the default block editor Gutenberg. So we're going to be using Homey. Anyways, click on import. Click on next, click on next for Gutenberg. And then we have WooCommerce already installed. Now we want WP Forms, we want Stackable, which is one of my favorite plugins. Go ahead and click on next, and that's it. Now import content and then click on install. Okay, so that should take a few minutes. So once it's ready, it should say the starter site has been successfully imported. Now we can go ahead and click on view site. And let me click off of this. And so yeah, here we go. This looks awesome. This looks great. So now we can adjust this call to action. We have the cookie declaration over here that people can accept for GDPR purposes. Let's scroll down. We have this nice little welcome section. We can break up into a visual menu with categories right there. It displays the latest products right there. We have a call to action for a specific product right here. Then we have a blog post and an email opt-in form. And then we have this trending now. So maybe I would remove this, but honestly, right out of the box, this template is really nice. It has all the elements that you'd really want. Now, if we go to the back end of our website, what was specifically installed? So let's go over to our pages. And this is why I like templates, at least for e-commerce purposes. So we have a blog page, we have a cart page, we have a checkout page, we have a home page, we have a my account page, privacy policy page, and we have a dedicated shop page, all ready for us to customize. Now, if we click on the post, we have a few different blog posts installed already. So again, we can kind of just jump in here and delete when we're ready, when we're going to begin blogging. But it's just nice because it gives a nice layout for the site, so you kind of see how everything looks visually. And that's it, okay? So now we are really ready to begin adding specific items to WooCommerce. WooCommerce overview. So now we have WooCommerce installed, we have our theme, we have our template, we're good to go. So let me give you a high-level overview about all the little options that we have going on with our website so it doesn't get too overwhelming and confusing, because I know it can be, when it's your first time, you're like, oh my goodness, what is all this stuff? Where do I begin? So let me break it down for you. First thing, product reviews. So product reviews is not other people leaving a review on your specific product pages. What product reviews are is a dedicated section designed for something more like affiliate marketing. So it's pretty helpful. So let me open up my little demo blog post or product review blog post I created. And so if we open this up, let me open up the permalink right there, and let me jump over here. So your URL structure is blog, product review, and then the name of the product. And so you can engage in affiliate marketing with this regard. And this template looks really nice because you have the option to click on read more. It takes people to the content. Then you have this buy now button, which you can update and change on the back end of the blog post to be an affiliate link for the specific product. Okay. And so in order to do that, we have to navigate back here. You're going to come down to the very bottom. Then right here where it says Blocksy settings. So we have general, we have rating, so you can add a specific score, you can add in pros and cons, you can really build it out. And then right here, the affiliate label button, buy now, then change the affiliate link to your dedicated affiliate link. Now, personally, that's not how I engage in affiliate marketing. Like what I personally do is just use blog posts. So for example, like this one, Namecheap's website builder versus WordPress. Obviously, I'm promoting Namecheap as an affiliate, so that's my personal strategy, is to provide helpful content and kind of laid out that way. Totally up to you, but if you want to have like a dedicated like review section layout of your website, you're good to go, and it looks great. So anyways, let's continue on. Let me back out of this. Okay, so there you go. So this is a little bit of a different section from the blog post. That's why I personally don't like using it though, because it kind of makes you stuck using WooCommerce all the time. If that makes any sense, totally up to you, but I prefer just to keep everything under the blog post. Now we have WooCommerce. Let's take a quick look at this. Now, WooCommerce is quite overwhelming. So when you click on it for the first time, because it came pre-installed with our installation, it's now going to prompt you to just set everything up as appropriate for your store. So you have to click your store details, your inventory, product types, business details, and your theme. Now you can come down here and you can click on skip setup store details. Totally up to you if you want to do this. You don't have to do this now, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and skip, but it's pretty self-explanatory, okay? So just fill out your store details, industry, product types, business, theme. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and click on skip store setup details. We'll click on no thanks. All right, so welcome to your WooCommerce store HQ, online HQ. Okay, we'll click on next. Personalized inbox, okay. There we go. Okay, so when you're on the home tab, right up top here, it tells you what you need to go about completing. Okay, so you have to finish your store details. We'll set up payments later, tax, shipping. We'll do all of this later on in the tutorial video. Okay, so over here, let's go ahead and click on orders. So orders is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to have a population of all your orders of people who either bought a physical product or had a digital download of your product. Whether or not it's free or paid, it'll pop up in here. Now, if you're like, well, if I'm selling physical products, how do I like ship the product, David? Like, what do I do? Well, with WooCommerce, you can also integrate inventory fulfillment options, okay? So again, it just depends on how you're fulfilling the orders. Like if you're just sending stuff out of your house, then you're gonna have to track this yourself. Or you can use some type of inventory fulfillment. So you have like WooCommerce shipping over here, you have Shippo, we have ShipStation, we have inventory management, we have all of these different inventory management tools, plugins that we can add for inventory fulfillment, extensions that we can add to our website. So totally up to you. Customer tab. This is just going to list out all of your customers, their email address, their name, specific things they bought, where they live, just all the little details that you need to know. Okay, so now we have coupons. Now, coupons just means like coupons that were actually used to make purchases on your website. So now it's coupons is moved over to the marketing. So it's now I'm under the marketing tab. Let's go back to WooCommerce. There we go. Okay, now we have reports over there. So reports are just, orders, customers, stock. It just gives you a high level overview about what's going on per day, per month, per year. Sales by product, sales by category, coupons by date, customer downloads. A really nice high level overview about the transactions that are going on with your store. Now I'm going to skip over settings because that's the bread and butter of WooCommerce. Funny enough, it's like just a random little link, but you're going to be spending a lot of times in settings. Let's go to status. Okay, so the status section is just a place where you can get a system report for the backend of your website URL, site address, WooCommerce version, best API package, blocks package, just a lot of technical information on the backend that you maybe would need to know about. I think for most your average user, you're not going to be spending much time here. Now over here we have WooCommerce extensions. Now the extensions are good, and they are from Automatic, which is the company that actually bought out WooCommerce. But honestly, they are a little bit expensive. I mean, $200 for subscriptions, $250 for bookings, $199 for memberships. It's not bad. I mean, if you're going to use it and you're going to get your money back from using it, that's fine. But there are various alternatives in terms of like third-party plugins, but these are actually made by the team behind WooCommerce, and they integrate perfectly with WooCommerce. So that's kind of the selling point of like why you'd want to use these over here, these extensions. But again, you could just take a look over here, scroll through this, and any type of add-on that you want, you can kind of find over here just to enhance your website, if you have some type of specific e-commerce need. All right, so let's navigate to let's navigate to settings. There we go. Sounds the same. Settings, status. All right, here we go. Settings. Okay, so right here we have general, products, shipping, payments, accounts, emails, integration, advanced. Okay, so general. So this is where your business is located. Tax and shipping rates will use this address. So this is where you can update your address. So remember how I just clicked on WooCommerce before and it had that whole menu pop up and put all my information in? It's kind of like an onboarding process to help you fill out each of these tabs. So you can go through that onboarding process yourself, or you can just click on settings and just manually do it when you're ready to update everything. But again, you have your store address about where you're going to be shipping from. You have what's really important right here, selling locations. So what countries do you want to sell to? You have the option to sell to every country in the world, sell to all countries except for specific countries, or only sell to specific countries. So maybe you're based in the United States and you only want to sell to the United States and Canada and maybe the UK. You can set it up like that. So if anyone's in a different country like Mongolia and they try and buy your products, they can't buy. Totally up to you. Shipping locations, ship to all countries you sell to. Then shop customer location, shop base address. Right down there, enable taxes, so enable tax rate calculations. So you probably want to turn this one on because it does, it helps you enable taxes to keep track of everything. But we'll get to taxes later in the tutorial. Enable coupon, so people who visit your store obviously can pay for stuff with the coupon. Then the currency options are right down here. So it should be set to United States dollar, but if it's not, if it's sent to something else and you want to change it to something else like a euro whatever, you can do that right here. And then go ahead and make sure to click on Save Changes. So if we navigate over here to Products, there we go. Okay, so products. So we have the shop page and we already have a dedicated shop page, so we're good to go. We'll leave it like that. Then enable Ajax, add to cart button on archives. Yep. Placeholder images. This is just stuff we can just adjust. So placeholder images for 4. You can adjust the measurements for weight, dimensions of the unit, enable product reviews, show verified by owner, enable star rating. If you want to turn all that stuff on or off, you can do that right here. Next, we have the shipping tab. So again, the shipping tab is very important because this is where you can set up shipping costs and shipping zones. So again, a shipping zone is a geographic region where a certain set of shipping methods are offered. WooCommerce will match a customer to a single zone using their shipping address and present shipping methods within the zone to them. And so then right here, we can just go ahead and add a shipping zone. And so we can set it up like a flat rate, for example, like if we're in California, you can have a flat rate shipping for the United States, flat rate shipping if you're in the European Union, whatever. You can kind of adjust and play around with everything right here. We'll get to this later though, but I just want to introduce you all this section. Again, payments. So when you're ready to accept like credit card payments, PayPal, or like to checkout, maybe if you're outside the United States, this is where you're going to want to head off to. Then we have accounts and privacies, emails. Let's jump over this. Okay, so the emails, this is what people get when they do a specific thing on your website. So for example, like, you know, when you buy something from an e-commerce store, you want to get an email that's a receipt. And that's what this is right here. So for example, order on hold, processing, completing order, new order, you know, this is what I get, what the customer gets, customer invoice, order details. You know, you can just edit and adjust everything over here. I'll show you how to edit and adjust this a bit later in the tutorial. Then right over here, we have integration. So integration, boom, we can integration mad-mind license key, database file path. So an integration for using maxmind to do geolocation lookups right here. So again, you can integrate these two items into your website. And then advanced. Okay, so advanced right here. This page needs to be set up once WooCommerce knows where to send users to the checkout. So again, we can set it up for the cart page, where they go, checkout page, where they go, my account page, where they go. That's why I like using a template, because this is just done. This is all done. We don't need to fiddle around and micromanage every little detail. We already have a functionally set up store that the only thing we really need to do is, again, just begin adding our own specific products, which leads me to the next section, products. So over here, products, this is where you can kind of create your products, okay? So let me go here. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, let's click on products again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have our products over here. We can add new types of products. So WooCommerce is, again, feature rich. It's not just for physical products. You can have digital downloads. You can sell ebooks. You can sell any type of thing that you want with WooCommerce. It's really nice. So again, this is a high-level overview of all the products on your site. You can sort by the SKU, SEO scores. You can set things to different categories, which I definitely recommend doing, because by being able to set things to categories, that makes it easier to display things on the home page that you want to display, as well as just makes the shop page more functional and useful for the end user, because then they can, I just want to look at only tables or chairs or whatever it is you're selling. Tags, personally, I'm not a big user of tags. I personally don't use tags for blog posts. I don't use tags for products. Again, it's up to you. Tags works the same way as tags for blog posts, where maybe if this has some type of specific, super specific feature and that people would actually want to search for and navigate your website via tags, you can go ahead and do that. Again, it depends on how many products you're selling. If you're selling like 50 products, then everything kind of fits in the categories. If you're selling like 1,000 products, then yeah, you're probably going to tag a few things, something specific, so people can like find, have that granular control when they're searching for a product on your website. Okay, then we have attributes over here. All right, and so attributes let you define extra product details such as like size, color, etc., etc. So you should already know what that's like. If you're buying shoes, you can change the color, change the size, change some specific aspect of the style. That's what attributes are. All right, and let's go to analytics. So analytics, again, is just a high-level overview of the performance of your store. So over here, you can just see its total sales, net sales, orders, items sold, net sales over here. And then again, navigate with products, revenue, orders, just gives you analytics with each of these specific categories. Then over here with marketing, they've finally moved the coupons to the marketing tab. And coupons, again, are really helpful because you can create coupon codes for your visitors, which is great because you could do something like email marketing and say, hey, sign up to my email list and get a 10% coupon code. And then that inclines people to sign up. Then they can use a coupon code and they get a deal. You get their email. And that's it. So anyways, guys, that's it for a high-level overview about what you can expect and what you can use with WooCommerce. Adding in a simple product for our website. So a simple product is not my terminology. This is actually comes from WooCommerce. And so what they mean by simple is literally just a simple product. So it covers the vast majority of any products you sell. Simple products are shipped and have no options. So what do you mean has no options? Like you can't customize it, like shoes, for example, small, large, blue, green, you know, that type of product. You wouldn't want like radial buttons to help the end user adjust and customize the product on when they're making a purchase decision. Simple products are just straightforward. This is the product, this is the price, and then like example, a book, and you get what you buy. And so that's it, okay? A product that you buy and sell and doesn't have any type of customization options. Okay, so to add something to our website, we go here to the products tab. Then you go here to add new. Now, right down here is where you can change the product data. Okay, see how it says simple product? And so that's where you kind of adjust everything. And as you change this drop down, this information over here changes. So it's very simple. Product name. What's the name of your product? Just give it a straightforward name. No cute, clever, anything, okay? So let me go here to the Sony, let's say Sony X3000 vlogging camera, or you can say action camera. And then description goes here. There we go. Okay, so now our URL structure is right there, and that looks good. So just in case you're wondering, like, how do I update the URL structure? Again, go to settings and go to permalinks, open this up. Now, in the beginning of this tutorial, I had you set the custom structure blog/post name for the blog. But as you scroll down right here, you have permalinks for the product pages. By default, I really like the way it's laid out where it's like /product. I think that looks great personally. We have the /product/coffee table. And so I really like that. But again, if you want to change it, you can just jump over here and change it. So if you want to change it to say like shop, for example, you can just do that. So if you want instead the base to be shop, and so it's going to be like, you know, the website.com/shop/ the actual name of the product. You can go ahead and do that right there. Okay, so here's the simple product. And now over here, the product categories. So we have uncategorized. We need to get rid of that. But you definitely want to use categories to help the end user navigate your website. With categories, you can also add that into your shop page. So to add in a filter, you know, you've been on an e-commerce website, right? And you can filter products. Well, that's where you can do with right here with the categories. So let me go ahead and click on add new cameras. There we go. So let's go ahead and add a new category in. Boom, there we go. Okay, so now we have the description, name of the product, right down here, product tags. Again, I don't use product tags. Product image, let's go ahead and set a product image, and I'll drag and drop this into place, and there we go. All right, so make sure the title is something that makes sense. So Sony X3000, something that describes what the product is. Then go ahead and set product image. There we go. Okay, so looking good. So now let's come down here to the product data. So general, what's the price? So the price of this camera is usually $400, and we'll say it's on sale for, I don't know, $380. Now, right here, now is this a virtual product or a downloadable product? Well, this is a shippable product, so we won't select either one of these buttons over there. Okay, so now we go to inventory. So here, if we have an SKU, we can put it in there to help us with our stock management. So you get an SKU typically when you're using some type of like fulfillment service. That's kind of like where you're gonna get that. Manage stock. Absolutely want to manage stock. So stock quantity, allow back orders, allow low stock threshold. Really helpful stuff right here because back orders allows us, like when our inventory runs out, people can still place an order that we can fulfill. up to you whether or not you want to allow that. Because like if you're using a fulfillment service and you're getting your product from another country like China or something, it could take like weeks. So you just got to be careful. It depends on what you're selling. All right, stock quantity, obviously, that's the stock quantity. This is the variable product. This value will be used to control stock for variations, etc., etc. And that's it, okay? So low stock threshold, you can adjust things right here as you need to. Like what is low stock? What does that mean? And so if you want to have like, okay, like when we get to maybe 20 items, like notify me that this is going to be, the stock is low and I need to be notified to increase the stock. Anyways, let's go to shipping. Okay, shipping. So here you can set the weight, you can set the dimensions, and you can set the shipping class. Like shipping class, what are we talking about? Again, we have these handy dandy little question marks. So shipping classes are used for certain shipping methods to group similar products. So if you're grouping a product, that's what this is for. If you're selling one-off product, don't worry about it. Now we have linked products. So here we can have upsells and cross-sells. So for example, when someone's making a purchase decision for this camera, we can have the upsell right there. We can add in like, we can say, type in a product that you know that's on your website. So if I type in chair, we have elegant chair, modern chair, sweet chair, sweet chair. Okay, we're getting a little creative with this one. Anyways, you can have these upsells right there and then cross sells over here. All right, so attributes. So here, custom product attributes. So again, like we can go here, add. Okay, so we have different types of variables we can set up over here if we want. Then we have the advanced tab, purchase notes. So again, what's this? Enter optional note to send the customer after purchase. So for example, you can just say, hey, thanks for your order. So they'll receive an email with this purchase note. You can set it up, have a little bit of more customization right there. We have the menu order, then get more options right there. Then we have various recommended extensions, and that's it. Really that simple to set up a product as a simple product. Now here's the product short description that you can also fill out as well. So let's come back up top there. Let's back out of this. Okay, so here's kind of a completed product. Let's just take a quick look at everything. So make sure you take care of the on-page SEO. So again, it should be the product title first, then the name of the website if it fits. And that's it. Okay, meta description, then again, product data, product description at the bottom right there. Then we have reviews at the bottom there. Now, one last thing. So we have a product image right here. If we want to have more than one product image, we can add additional product images. So let me go ahead and click on this just so you see what it looks like. Here's the main product image. So we want to add in more images for this specific product. You can do it, no problem. So let me back out of that. Okay, so let's come down here. Let's add product gallery images. So I'm going to go ahead and add in website creative or creative chair pro. There we go. All right, we'll back out of this. Okay, chair pro, add it to gallery. There we go. Let's go ahead and update this page. And let's take a quick look. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so now we have a nice little product gallery at the bottom. So for product pages, I definitely would recommend get 3 images, 4 images max. You don't need to overdo it, but a few images always helps, and it really helps to just build out the site. Okay, and so there we go. So we have 2 sections. Okay, so let me back out of this. Let me go back to this, and let me open up this in a new tab. All right, open in a new tab. There we go. All right, so this paragraph right here is this paragraph right there, okay? Then we have the add to cart button. Then we have the product description, which is down here. And then this is being populated by this section right there. Then we have related products already set up. That's why we use templates, because it just makes our life way easier for creating e-commerce store. And that's it. That's all you have to do to set up a simple product. It's really that simple. So we open up this. This is what our product's going to look like. Okay, so let's come down here. Would help if I publish. And there we go. So now we have our product. We have breadcrumbs at the top. We have a description right there. We have the product, and that's it. So now it says out of stock. Now, why does it say out of stock? Because we come down here with the inventory. We don't have any SKU. We have stock quantity is 0. So it's just going to come up with this automatically out of stock. So it depends on the theme and it depends on the template you're using, what kind of ribbons you get over here. There are various plugins for WooCommerce that you can use to add in the ability to add in ribbons. But again, depends on the theme and the template that you're using. But anyways, if this is set to 0, this is just going to say out of stock right there. But really, it's that simple to create a simple product with WooCommerce. Adding products as an affiliate marketer. So with WooCommerce, you can totally build a complete e-commerce website where all the products are just affiliate products where you get a commission when people buy. So it looks like a store, but it's not like a real store where you have inventory or digital downloads. It's just like you're doing affiliate marketing. So one of the most popular examples of that is This Is Why I'm Broke. So this website's great. So they find ridiculous products, then everything's leveraged through in some type of affiliate program. So for example, we come down here to Amish County Popcorn. So the image is linking to Amazon right down there. This button's linking to Amazon. If you click this and then you buy anything within 24 hours, the people who own this website make money. If you click over here, we open up the actual product page, just the image right there, quick little description, check it out. There you go. So you got to be careful with this. So first off, definitely do not list the price unless you're using the API and the price is going to be continually updated. And also don't download images from Amazon and upload it to your store. You're technically not allowed to do that. If your site gets audited, you could get kicked out of the program. So I'm not sure how they're doing it, but this image itself is linking to Amazon directly. So that may be okay if they're just embedding the image. Now with WooCommerce, it is a little clunky to do that. Like you can't upload Amazon associate images directly. So that's one little setback, but there are some different plugins that you can leverage. Another great example is Farmhouse Goals over here. So this is just a massive affiliate e-commerce style store. So if we come down here, we see this new loom, Contessa Ombre, blah, 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 whatever this is. So let's open up the product. And then we come down here. Then we have the learn more option. And there you go. Guess where that's linking to? We're linking to Amazon Associates. So this is, again, this whole entire website leverages the affiliate program. And it's really clever and creative. And again, the only issue you're going to run into is you got to be careful with images. So this is upload directly. You see WP content that's uploaded directly to their sites. And so if we take a look over here, it's like, well, they're not using any of the images on this page, so it may be okay. And then I definitely would be careful with listing out prices. You don't want to list out prices because as things change, like it's not accurate. Like you want to stay away from anything that has the potential to get you kicked out of the program. So, but otherwise it looks good. So if you can get over those two hurdles for Amazon Associates about where you're going to get the image from, this is a great idea. So we have a little description right there of the product. We have a learn more button right there. This is Amazon ads. So for example, in our product dashboard, so let's go to products, let's go to add new. And okay, so we'll just say teachable affiliate or whatever. We'll just use this as an example. So let's say test right there. Okay, so we'll just come down there and say I'll create a new category, affiliate. We'll add a new category. Okay, so we'll change it to simple product, external affiliate product. There you go. So with the product URL, this is where you get the URL from Amazon from. So for example, this is my associates account. We have to click on text only, get the short link, take this short link, take this, copy, put it in right there, and then say something like check it out. Okay, and that's it. And so where are you going to find the images? Definitely find another spot. So for example, like if I was going to be promoting like a camera or Teachable or whatever, then I would go and find a free image that I can use so I don't have to worry about any type of issue with the associates program. Okay, if that makes any sense. So that's how it kind of works. Now, if we take a look at like the way that this is laid out, so this is linked to Amazon Associates. This right here is an ad. And so within your Amazon Associates account, you can get specific ads for your website. And so all they've done is come right over here and just embedded the ads. They copy and pasted the ad code in directly here. And then they continue on adding in a further description. And then they added in shop related products. They added in another ad unit right there. And that's kind of like how they're laying out the website. So it's very creative. Now, for a more traditional program, if you're not using like the Amazon Associates program, so like this is the Teachable Affiliate program. So, I would just find like an image like, let's go over here, So Teachable, let's see what comes up for Unsplash. Nothing. Okay, we'll say teach. Okay, so then I can find my own specific image over here. I can go ahead and like download this image. All right, and then we'll drag and drop that there. Open this up. Let's resize the image because these images are always just massive. And so I'm gonna reduce this like way down. Let's make it like 1000 pixels or so. We really don't need it to be that much bigger. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's save that. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me rename this. I'll just rename this Teachable. Now, if you want, you can use a service like, say, Canva, okay? And so over with Canva, this is an image editor that I really like. You can go ahead and like brand the image as you want. So for example, here are all my thumbnails that I use to make my thumbnails. And so you can go ahead and create something like for like Website Creator Pro right here. We have this like the image with the logo, etc. So we can go ahead and do that if you want. But anyways, I'm just gonna leave this as is. And so let me go ahead and add in the product image. And I'll drag and drop this into place. Okay, so then I'll just type in Teachable because you're going to want some type of product to go along with, or some type of image to go along with the product as an affiliate. Now, the only other thing here is that if we're not using like Amazon Associates, we're going to want to have in our own affiliate link. So for that, we're going to need a different plugin. So let me go ahead and save this as a draft. Now, what the next thing that you need to do is we need to go back to appearance, or sorry, we need to go to plugins, add new. There we go. Okay, so we want to type in something called Pretty Links. There we go. Search for that. And then let's go ahead and install this right now. And go ahead and click on Activate. There we go. So now we have Pretty Links in the sidebar right here. Go ahead and click on it and go to Add New. And here we go. So for example, I can call this Teachable, and then I would put in my specific affiliate link from Teachable. So we'll just say teachable.com, okay? But I can make it, you know, the affiliate link would be Teachable right here. So actionvloggers.com/teachable. So we'll go ahead and click on Update. Great. Okay, so now we can navigate back to where we were, go to our products, all products, and let's go and find our draft. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in here and edit this. So now that we have our affiliate URL set up, we can come down here, we can type this in, https equals actionvloggers.com/teachable. There we go. Okay, and so that's how you kind of set it up on the back end for your product URL for affiliate marketing. So again, if you're using the Amazon Associates program, you have to use the short link over there. Do not use the images from Amazon. Literally, you can't do this. What people sometimes do is they go here to image, then they right click and save image, and then upload to your website. Like, no, don't do that, because if your site gets audited, you get kicked out of the affiliate program. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. So anyways, just set it up like that, and that's it. So we can come down here and adjust a couple different things. If you want to adjust the inventory, linked products, upsells, attributes, advanced, get more options, all that little detail stuff. So I know I would just leave it like this. Looks really good. So we have the button text right there, and that's it. So we have regular price and sale price. So again, if it's an Amazon associate program, do not like, let me put this, like, do not put a price there, because again, you're not allowed to do that. Now, if it's an affiliate program like Teachable or web hosting or whatever, yeah, if you want to put a price in, you can go ahead and do that, but you don't have to do that. And that's it. So I would just leave it like that. And I think that looks really good. And there we go. So go ahead and click on Publish. Okay, so let's just go ahead and check out the page. There we go. So we have Teachable affiliate. We have check it out right there. If we click on this, then it automatically navigates to the appropriate website. Digital download. So if you want to add some type of digital download to your website, you can totally do that with WooCommerce. So I'm thinking like, you know, an ebook or a cheat sheet. You can either sell some type of like low price product like for $9.99, or you can be like a fake guru and sell some ebook for $47 or some $97. The secrets to YouTube, $97 secrets to YouTube. All right, so we could go ahead and do that if you want. Anyways, so how do you set this up on the back end? So again, categories. So make sure to create a category that's appropriate for the product. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just put this in uncategorized right there. We want to navigate down there. So which product data do we need to select? Well, we want to select simple product. Okay. Then you want to select virtual. Why virtual? Virtual products are intangible and are not shipped. Yep, we have an ebook, so yeah, that's us. And it's also downloadable, so we want to make sure both of these are selected right there. And it's pretty self-explanatory from this point on. So regular price, sale price. So regular price, I'll say $97. Sale price, $7. There we go. Right here, we have downloadable files. There you go. So you can just add your file that you want. So if I click here, add a file, and then file name, we'll say book. Okay, choose file, file URL, choose file. Then I can just go ahead and upload a file. So this is a PDF that I have that I used to give away for free. Right there, we go ahead and insert file, and there you go. So now we have a dedicated file. So when people make a purchase decision, they're going to get this item. Now, if you're selling multiple items, like, you know, if you're selling like you're a photographer and you're selling like multiple images or multiple LUTs or just something like that's going to have multiple downloads, definitely consider creating like a zip folder. So we can just take these two images, right click, and then go to right there, send to, compressed zip folder, boom. Then we can rename this. So product zip. So this makes it easy to upload to your site, fast, efficient, light. Makes it easy for your end user to download the product as appropriate. So we'll just say this zip file, then we'll go choose file, take this, drag and drop it in. There you go. So super duper simple. We'll go ahead and insert file, and that's it. Okay, so right down there, now we have download limit. So leave blank for unlimited re-downloads. What does that mean? Well, when someone makes a purchase, they're going to get a URL sent to their email to download what they purchase from you. And you don't have to do anything. So once you set this up, it's good. And then download expiry date. So enter a number of days before download link expires or leave blank. Totally up to you. In general, I'd probably set this to something like 30 days or whatever, but it's totally up to you. If you want, you know, if you're worried about someone sharing the email to their friends and having multiple downloads, I guess you could be a little bit paranoid and have it like 3 days or something. But in general, I wouldn't be that strict. Just leave it never or 30 days or something like that. And again, go through the same process. Make sure to add in a product image, product description down there, product description up top there. And that's really all you need to do to take care of in order to set up a digital download for a simple product. Selling a service or coaching or consulting via your website with WooCommerce. So how do you do this with WooCommerce? Because it's not only for, you know, digital downloads and physical products. So for example, I have SEO audit of your website. So right there, you'd have the title of the service that you're going to be providing, a nice detailed description of what people get and what the value they're going to get from whatever service you're providing. Then down here, appropriate category, appropriate image, and then you want to navigate right here, simple product, and then click on virtual. You don't need to click on downloadable because there's nothing to download. And so just have a virtual product right there. Let me click on that and then set the price. Okay. And so if you want to set up like a tiered structure, unfortunately, there's no real way to do that from this interface. What you're going to have to do is like create multiple SEO audit of your website, 10 minutes, SEO audit of your website, 20 minutes. You know, if you have to do that manually, create multiple tiers, unfortunately, you know, hopefully maybe in the future that they can have like multiple price points. But as of right now, you have to set up as a simple product with virtual. And then right down here, this is the section where I would use to describe in great detail what people can expect when they make that purchase decision. Because that's personally why I like Fiverr so much. Because with Fiverr, they take care of all that technical details of the platform, the messaging, the payments, the back and forth, how to the deliverable. when doing it yourself, you have to have this process set up. And so what you need to do to make people feel comfortable is explain everything. Okay, explain exactly like, okay, you make the purchase decision, you'll get an email confirming of your purchase, and then in that email there'll be a link to this website where you can schedule a time or blah 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 blah, whatever. Just make sure that you go through great detail and let people know like what they can expect, because people won't buy any type of service if they don't know like what happens next. Because if I'm on a website like Clarity FM, for example, like I get it. Like if I hire someone's time, okay, I know like I'm on this website, I have an account, it's going to schedule, all that technical stuff is set up. So that's why it's really important for the service section right down here, the product short description. You want to explain in great detail. So right up top here, I would focus on selling the service, whatever it is you're providing, and then come down there, click on virtual, set the price, then come down there and explain to me the technical aspect of it about how it works once I make a purchase decision. Anyways, it's really that simple. In order to have some type of coaching, consulting type offer on your website with WooCommerce, just click on simple product and go to virtual, and that is it. Creating a variable product for your website. So a variable product is exactly what it sounds like. It's a product that has different characteristics so people can choose between different like color, sizes, etc. So how do you do that with WooCommerce? Again, very simple. So we have to go here to add new for products. And then we get over to this page. I'm going to type in variable product. Okay. Now again, description of the product goes here, like I said before. So we have description there, and then the description down here as well that describes the product. Now make sure to check an appropriate category for whatever the variable product is about. So we'll say chairs, okay? Variable product for chairs. There we go. Okay, so now we come down here and we have to go to simple product. Nope, we want to come down here to variable product. Now here you have your SKU, manage stock, so we can enable stock quantity. We'll say we have 50 of these, okay? Allow back orders, threshold, again, up to you to make that decision. All right, so we have shipping over here. Again, fill that out as appropriate. Linked products, upsells and cross sells. Next, attributes. Now, attributes are like specific characteristics of the product, and this is going to create a drop down on the product page. So custom product attribute, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's click on add. So what do we want? I don't know, let's do colors, okay? Colors, there we go. So we'll just say I have a red chair, okay? And now you're like, what do I do, comma? Nope. What you have to do is page separator, okay? So it's this symbol right here, it's that line thing. So it's right beneath the backspace button on your keyboard. So again, page separator. So red, we'll say green, and then we'll say yellow. And there we go. And then use for variations. Yep, sure thing. Let's go ahead and click on save attributes. Awesome. Let's go ahead and add in one more. So again, use for variations, right? And then we'll say sizes. Okay, we'll say large, and we'll say small. There we go. Save attributes. Not rocket science. So there we go. So now let's click over here to variations. So okay, so we have add variation, create variations for from all attributes. Yep. Let's go ahead. Just click OK. Don't worry about that. All this is going to do, it's going to add in the variations that we have right here for large, small, etc. So now we need to go through the tedious process of editing each one individually. So we have red, large, red, small. And so again, we have to come over here and then you have to choose the product image. And so for example, this is a red chair. So I'm going to go ahead and select a red chair image. There we go. We'll click on this, set variation image. There we go. Price required. We'll say $200 right there. Then we'll come down there, same as parent. Okay, then red is small. We'll do that. So click on this, click on the chair. Boom. There we go. So now we have red large. We have red small. All right, so also make sure to manage stock. So if we click on this, you can manage the stock for this individual product. So by setting this up top there to be like 50 products, for example, like when we were in the inventory over here, we had set it to be 50. when we're in the variations, for example, if someone selects like the red chair and we want to say like, well, we don't have 50 of this, maybe we only have 20 of this. We have 20 of this, 20 of the other one, and 10 of the other one, and we have 50 altogether. That's what this part is right here with the stock quality or quantity. So there you go. So just go through that. So we got that red one, we got this red one. Now we got to do the same thing for green. So again, go through this whole process right there. So we'll select the green chair. Again, set the variation. So manage stock. We'll just say, this is 20. There we go. And then come down there. So small, boom. We'll say green chair, or we'll select this green chair over here. There we go. Set variation. Okay, so price required. We'll say this one is 150. We'll say this one is 200. There we go. So we got the green one there, and we got the green one there. Then the last one, we have the yellow chair. So come down there, and again, same exact process before. I'll select that one, and then product variable, we'll say manage stock. We'll say we have 5 of this, and we'll come down here. All right, so minimize that. There we go. And then we'll say this one, and let me see if a different yellow chair. And now we'll just use the same image again, and we'll say 200. We'll say I have managed stock. We'll say I have 5 of this. There we go. So there we go. So we got that one. Price required 200, and that looks good. So minimize that. There we go. Okay, now go ahead and click on Save Changes. There we go. So next, what we need to do is default form values. So that means like when people initially land on the page, what product are they going to be seeing? They're going to be seeing this product right here, the very, very first one. So just go ahead and select red, go ahead and select large, make sure this one matches the very first one. If you don't want this one, like, oh, I'd rather have this one, well, then click this little thing right there, and then you can just move it around. Okay, so now we have select product image. So again, because we have red there, I would just go ahead and select this and select the red chair, or select whatever product is the first one on the list as it makes sense. We'll click on this red chair, boom, click on set product. So again, categories, image, looks good. So let's go ahead and publish this. Again, you can always edit the URL as appropriate. Let's go ahead and click on publish. All right, fantastic. Let's open up this in a new tab and take a look at the product category. And there we go. Okay, so now we have, again, the price 150 to 200. We can add in a little bit of a description, and then we have these drop downs where users can select the different products. Now you're noticing like, well, how come the image doesn't switch? That just depends on the theme. Unfortunately for this template, it doesn't have that built in where it automatically adjusts. So what I would suggest doing in that situation, you gotta come down here. You gotta add a product gallery images. So what are the other gallery products that we're going to be using? So for example, I have this green chair and I have this yellow chair. So let's select both of these. Okay, so add to gallery. Let me go ahead and add to gallery. And let's just take a quick look. Ah, there we go. We'll add to gallery. All right, so let's go ahead and click on update. And let's reload the page. And there we go. So now we have multiple products that people can kind of jump through. So again, some themes are really good where it kind of automatically switches to the appropriate image, but this one doesn't. But still, it looks good, and people kind of figure it out as long as you're descriptive of the image. So if I come over here in red, well, I know what the red chair is. If I come down here and I choose like green, well, obviously it's going to be this one. Maybe that's a light green. Common sense, just make it easy for people to navigate their site. No one's going to be like, oh, I can't use this website because the image doesn't change when I select the button right here. So that's all you need to do. So again, just fill out the description up top there, fill out the additional information down there, and that's it. And that's how you add a variable product to your website. Creating group products for your website. It's super clunky with WooCommerce. I'm not going to lie. It can be done, but it's not intuitive. So for example, I have the Sony X3000 right there. I have an SD card and a tripod. I don't know. I'd like to create a product page where people can buy the Sony X3000 by itself. Maybe they could buy the Sony X3000 with an SD card or with a tripod, and then maybe the whole thing together, like an SD card, the camera, the tripod, all bundled together for different price points. You can do that, just not as intuitive. So you may think like, oh, I can just, for example, let's open up the modern sofa. And we're going to go take a look down there. So you're like, oh, I want to add in additional products. Oh, I'll just go here and I'll just go to group products, and then I'll just go to linked products, and we'll just say, let's say sofa, and then that, and we'll say chair, chair, like that, an elegant chair. Okay, and then we'll update. Then let's take a look at the product page itself. Let's open up the URL. And there we go. So it's like, oh, that's so easy. You know, people can just add it as they want, or they can just buy the product by themselves. No. Click on the add to cart, and what you're going to notice is that, like, please choose the quantity you wish to add to your cart. It's like, come on, WooCommerce. They really need to update this, because I should be able to click add to cart, and it adds only this to cart and nothing else. If I want to add in this and this and this, then this should add 3 items together. I don't know why WooCommerce doesn't fix this. I hope they do, because that's the way it should work. Super duper simple and easy. The way they have it is super duper complicated and not easy. So this is the way you actually have to do it with WooCommerce. So we have to go over to all products again, and now we need to create the primary bundle product thingy that we're going to have. So let's go to that and add new. Click on add new. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and create, we'll just say like camera, let's say camera bundle right there. Okay, so I'll come down there and I'll select simple product, and I'll say that this is a group product, and this is the primary like product for our website. So this bundle is going to be appearing on our shop page. Okay, we want this to appear on our shop page. We'll say like camera bundle, and we'll say like maybe SD card, and like we'll say SD card / tripod, whatever, something like that. Okay, so I'll go over here, and then I'll click on publish. There we go. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead, and so now we have this. Oh, so we should add in a product image. Let me go ahead and do that. We'll just take the X3000, set that as the product image. There we go. Click on update. Okay, and so let's go ahead and open up the bundle. We'll reduce this to camera bundle. There we go. Click on update. All right, so now we have the camera bundle set up. We have the primary. Let's open it up, and there's nothing to do. It's like, now we have to add in the bundles, okay? So we don't have an add to cart button because we have to actually add in the specific products we want. So we have the camera bundle. So now what I want to do is let's go to all products, and we'll just take the SD card, okay? And so we're going to put this with the camera bundle. So maybe the camera's 350. We're going to have this be a simple product. So the regular price would be like $350 plus 10 would be what? Would be $360. Okay, so we'll say like this is going to be $360 all together. And so there we go. So now we have the $360. So we'll say like X3000 plus SD card. There we go. Now the thing that you need to remember to do is to go here and go to edit. Now you want to hide this. Okay, why do you want to hide this? Because this is just a random little part of a bundle package. We don't want this displaying on the website itself so people can individually select this from the shop page, because we only want this available on the bundle package. You have to go here, click on hidden, click on update, and there we go. So let's go to all products again. We'll do one with the, we'll say one with the tripod, okay? And so X3000 plus tripod. There we go. And we'll come down there and we'll say the tripod's like $10 too, or $20. So that'll be $350 plus 20. So let's say $370 for this. Okay, there we go. And then make sure we go over here to edit, and we want to hide this specific item right there. We'll click on update, and we are good to go. Okay, so that looks good. And so we'll go here to maybe add all products. Maybe we'll add in one more. So we have the X3000 plus tripod, X3000 plus SD card, and then we have the maybe we'll put it all together. So we'll say like X3000 plus tripod plus SD card. There we go. And then we'll come down there. We'll say maybe this is we'll say this is like 380, but it's discounted to maybe 370. We'll say something like that. Whatever. Okay, we'll go here, put in a category. You don't really need a product image for this, not that important. But again, you can do whatever you want. If you want to select the product image. Okay, so let me come up here and we'll click on publish. Oops, what did I forget? I forgot to hide it. So let's go do that again. Click on edit. Click on edit. Stop jumping around. Click on edit. There we go. Hidden. There we go. Publish. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so now we can go back to all products. All right, so now you got to kind of remember what these are called. And that's why this is also clunky, because like when you're going to be over here for the camera bundle, we'll open up this in a new tab. That's what I recommend, because honestly, you're probably not going to remember what these are called. So we'll come over here. This is our bundle. The bundle page, again, remember, doesn't have anything to do. It's just like, okay, that's nice. What do I do? Can't navigate anywhere. So let's go ahead and down here, linked products. And let's type in the X3000. Okay, so now we have the X3000 vlogging camera. Okay, now we'll type it in, X3000. There we go, X3000 plus SD card, then X3000. X3000 plus tripod. All right, and then finally, X3000, and then everything. So X3000 plus tripod plus SD card. There we go. Okay, and now if you want to reorganize this, like you want maybe just have the camera at the top, whatever, you can just move things around like that. Not that complicated. And there you go. So let's go ahead and click on update. And come over here. We'll reload this page. And boom, there we go. Okay, so again, you got to adjust each of these items individually. So it says 10 in stock. Again, you got to adjust the stock as appropriate. Again, I discounted this one. People can click on these ones individually. So like, if they want to click on this X3000 plus like the tripod, or there we go, X3000 plus tripod, it's going to look like it's going to be taking them nothing. But we can click on this one. That opens up in a page right there to the camera bundle. So, it takes them to this page. So again, just gotta be careful with everything again, but to me, that's not that big of a deal. And so now what the end user has to do is that they have to select what they want. So do they want the X3000? Do they want the X3000 and the SD card? So again, now you know how to set it up. So you can set up however you want. So if you just want to set up with only the SD card right here, then that means that like someone could come here, boom, click plus, and then buy like a $10 SD card, and that's it, and not buy anything else. Whereas this is a little bit more self-explanatory, that it's the camera plus this. So it's like nobody would do, most people wouldn't do this, like buy two X3000 cameras. That makes sense. So if you're gonna do a bundle, that's how it works. Definitely suggest probably stick to like 3 bundles. Yeah, like it just looks a little overwhelming. Like 3 bundles is appropriate. But also, again, like I said earlier, just make sure to jump in and go to the edit section to hide anything as appropriate. So you don't want to hide the bundle, but what you want to do is you want to hide each of these items right there, this one and this one, because you don't want that appearing on the product page, because you want the camera bundle to appear, and that's it, not the special X3000 with the SD card. That makes sense. So again, it's totally up to you, but that would make your shop page a little bit confusing. Anyways, that's how it works. So again, I think it's really clunky, like I just did the first time with the modern sofa. I think that's how it should work. That's way more like intuitive, but whatever. If you want to set up bundles, that's how it's done. Upsells and cross sells with WooCommerce. Now, what upsells are on the product page is this section right down there, related products. Now, what's great about this template is that it already comes with this built in, so you don't really need to use upsells because it already has an upsell. But if you want to add upsells, I'll show you how it's done. So we come down here, then you gotta go to when you're under a simple product for whatever product you're trying to edit, come over here, linked products, upsells right here. So then if I type in, for example, I type in the Sony X3000 right there, And there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and update, and you'll notice the change that's made to this page. So let's go ahead and reload that. And there we go. So now it says you may also like. Now, obviously this is already built in over here, which is populated by the related category that this product is in. So that's how this works automatically without you having to do anything. So I really like this template for that reason. But to be honest, yeah, this looks bad, so we're not going to use that. So for this template, you're not really going to be using upsells because it doesn't work the right way. Now, cross-sell is when people already hit the buy button, okay, and they're on the checkout page to make a purchase decision. So if I come over here and I click on this add to cart button over here, now if I go here to view my cart, what you're going to notice is that we have a nice looking checkout page. Now for this, we can add in an cross-sell. So we go over here and we come down here to linked products, cross-sell. Then we type in X3000. There we go. And so this will just add in a cross-sell product. Boom, click on update. Now let's reload it. Okay, fantastic. And so right there, okay, so now we have you may also be interested in this additional product, and that's really it. It's really that simple with WooCommerce and whatever template and theme you're using to add upsells and cross-sells. Editing the homepage of your website. So the goal of this section is just to show you how everything's kind of working, how you can customize it to make this website your own. Now we're going to begin by editing this home page. Now within WordPress, if we come over here to settings, you're going to notice that we have a home page and a page is set as home, and the post page we have it set as blog. So what you're actually doing is you're just editing an individual page on your website. Right here is called home. Now let's get to it. So we have a couple different options up top there. So if we come up here, you're going to see this gear icon. This gear icon shows this tab over here. We have this right here. This is the stackable settings. Stackable is a plugin that you installed along with the Blocksy theme. If we come over here, these are the Blocksy child page settings. Now, reason why I wanted to show you this really quick. So if we come over here to page title, you're going to notice that the page title is disabled. That's why you don't see anything that says home on this page, which you don't want. And that's really all you kind of need to know about this. So let's click on this gear icon to navigate back to the page and block. So that's how this is working, and that's why that is hidden. All right, so now we have a nice call to action. So if you want to change anything for like this, you just click on it, then you highlight it, and then you can change and adjust the color as you like, okay? So again, this is set to a specific block. You can change the block type by clicking that. Then you can change the color by clicking this and changing to any color you want, custom color over there, or you can just delete this item altogether. Same with this call to action right over here. Now this is your H1 title tag for the website, which you need. H1 meaning like the header tag. So your website should only have one header, and that's it. Okay, so right here we have this section over there, and then we have another section over here that's actually a video. So you can go ahead and probably, most situations, you probably want to just delete that. But if you want to keep it and have a pop-up video and upload your own video, then that's really simple. You just click on this block over here, and then you can just adjust the video over here where it says pop-up video right there. So totally up to you. You want to keep that, delete that, switch it out for something else, an email opt-in form, whatever. Now, if we come down here, we have a quick little bit of a copy right there. Then we have the Explore Now button. So if we come over here, Explore Now, you'll notice that it's a hashtag, like /hashtag. You just have to update this. So just click it right there. Okay. And now with this right here, opens in a new tab, click on edit. Here is where you can put the URL in that you want to link to. So Explore Now, what should you probably link to? I don't know, it's up to you, it's your website. Personally, I would link to products, or I would link to an email opt-in form or something like that. Again, you should have a call to action up top there. The call to action should be describe what the value of the website is, what the person's going to get. Don't be super duper generic. You know, don't say like corporate accounting for small businesses. Like, okay, that's nice, but try and think of like a value aspect that people are going to get. Like, we save our clients 67% on their tax liability. Like, try and find the thing that's like a step deeper. And that's your kind of call to action up top there. And that's kind of how you edit everything up there. Okay, so let's come back over here. Now, if we click on this right there, now we've selected the image. And so if we navigate down there, so now we're in advanced columns and grids. So we click on this, come down here. Okay, so now we have the block background, it's turned on. open up this is the background, okay? And so if you want to switch this background image out for something else, you can go ahead and do that. Here is where the tint for the media is. If you want to get rid of the image, just click the X and then switch it out and select something else. You can upload your own image. It's all going to maintain this aspect ratio, so it's really nice. So you don't really have to adjust anything, because personally this looks really good. And like we go here to inspect, it still looks great. Like everything's in place. Like I personally kind of just leave it alone and focus more on your marketing. And don't get too bogged down trying to customize every tiny little thing about your site. Okay, so let's come down here. I love this section. So this section is broken up into two pieces, okay? So we click on this broad section right there. So we come up top there. So now we've selected a container. And so this hot pink thing is like, again, stackable. It's one of my favorite plugins for the Gutenberg editor. So this is just a container box. So it's a box and then a box that you can put other things in. So we click on one of these elements right there. You can notice that this is a featured image grid. It's set to 3. So that's why there's 1, 2, 3 things. This is an image right up top there. So if you want to change that out for something else, you're going to have to upload your own image. Okay, so that's how this is working. These are called vector graphics. So you're going to have to do a Google search for something like free vector graphics, okay, to find your own vector graphics to upload and switch out if you want. And then obviously just add your own copy. That makes sense. Or you can just get rid of this section altogether, or you can switch it out and make it like a welcome message. I personally really like the way that this is laid out, where it's nice, a little bit of space. It talks about the value that your website, your store is going to provide. You can switch it out instead of being like fast delivery or best warranty. Come up with your own thing, your own copy as appropriate. Okay, so now we have the grid over there. So if you're like, well, how do I move this down? Like, why is it stuck there? You have to click on advanced. Now if we go here to, I think it's block spacing. Yep. Okay, so we go here to block spacing. We have -50. So if you want to like adjust this, you know, we see how it moves up a little bit. We can move it down a little bit. That's how this aspect is working. All right, so let's continue downward. So next we have this visual menu section of the website. Looks awesome. So what I would do is I would probably change this label from categories to something a little bit more interesting and compelling about the website. I would also consider adding in some, like a little bit of paragraph text underneath. So I'd go here, plus, and then I'd add in a paragraph right there. And then just throw in like one sentence that helps like describe the value of the products, etc. So like just add one sentence here. We'll just put that. Okay, so let's go ahead and censor that. Okay, so we have that. Now, the way that this is working, it's all linked to, as you can see in the corner right down there, hashtag. So that just means that you can just jump in here, click the element that you want to adjust, okay? And so right over here is where you can switch out the image. Now, don't worry, no matter what image you select, it's going to maintain the same aspect ratio, which is really nice. And so if you also want to, maybe if you want to add in like 6 items, I would keep it at 4 personally, because this looks nice. 6 would be a little bit too much, but totally up to you. If you want to do that, what I would do is select the item in the middle, click the white area, go over here to the dots, then go here to duplicate, and then duplicate will create another section. And so that just makes it a little bit easier. All the settings are saved. You're literally duplicating this block. Then you can just switch things out as appropriate. So for example, like we'll say I want to change this table image to something else. So we'll just go ahead and select this item right there, this image, go ahead and select. And there you go. So as you can see, everything's kind of nice and readable, looks good. And that's it. So we come over here to the layout right here. So we have overlay color, overlay hover color, title, description, arrow, all the little elements as appropriate that we need for these specific images. Now, if you're wanting to update the links to a specific category, how do you do that? So what you need to do is take the text right there, okay? And so we highlight this over here, and then we go here to edit. Then this is where you update the link, okay? So when the user ends up on the site and mouses over this, everything will link to the appropriate page. And so again, that's why having categories that are relevant for your website, for your e-commerce store are helpful, because then you could put in the most popular categories right here. Honestly, if you're just starting out, you really should have like 4 categories. You should have like 20, 30, 40 products that should fit into not that many categories, like whatever your store is about. But anyways, that's how you kind of update the links over here. All right, let's continue on. So now we have featured products down here. This is a great section too. Now this is using the old school WooCommerce shortcode, and unfortunately with this template you do want to stick with the shortcode, because while you can click below here, and let's go to plus sign, let's click on browse, and then we come down here, let's find WooCommerce in our WordPress section over here. There we go, so we have WooCommerce. Now you do have a lot of helpful template boxes right there, like featured category, handpicked products. So the handpicked products section allows you to individually pick products, product by category. It's really nice, but unfortunately it doesn't work in my opinion, it just doesn't work that well with this template. So if I go over here and click on handpicked, what it ends up doing, well, just click at this actually, handpicked. Okay, so now I can handpick select products that I want to add. We'll just say I want the coffee table, daily chair, elegant chair. We'll click on done. Okay, then I'll populate the area. And so as you can see over here, so if I go ahead and click on, we'll click on update. And so let me go ahead and reload the site. And let's come down here, and so now we have added products, and see, as you can see right there, we can't really read the sale thing. The stars are coming up as 3 stars, but they're black, they're not yellow like they should be. I don't understand what's going on with this. Doesn't work, again, doesn't work as intended. So personally, what I would do is go ahead and remove the block. If there's a specific thing, if there's a specific like product category you want to add in, I would just have to use the shortcode. So right now we have shortcode where it's set to product limit equals 6, column 3, really simple. So if we want to add in something else, we go here to shortcode, click on shortcode. Now shortcode for your products for this site, again, very simple. So we have products, limit 6, columns 3, category, we'll say chairs, okay? So again, this is how you create a visual menu for your website. You can just use these shortcodes and then boom, category, chairs, or whatever your categories are for your website. And then it's just going to automatically populate that as appropriate with the right category. So we'll reload this and everything will look correct. See, everything pops up good. Yeah, everything looks nice. Like this is again, that's just the way you have to do it with this template. But overall, this section automatically updates and populates as you add products in. So I personally really like the way it is just right out of the box. So we'll go ahead and remove this block right there. Okay, so now we have the view all button right there. So what should the view all button link to? Obviously, up to you. What I would do is I would click here, and then I would go ahead and update this and have it linked to, say, the shop page, so, or the products page. So I'll go here to shop, and then I'll switch this out and just add in the link to the shop page, and that's it. Okay, so now let's move on to the next section right there. So this is a great little section for any type of like feature product that you want to really push and promote. So right here is an image. That's all this is. It's a transparent image. So just get a transparent image that's fairly large, then you can switch it out. If you want to change the color of this item, just click on the color of the box right there. So we'll click on the edge right there. There we go. So now we're editing the container. So I had to select the container section. And right underneath container, this is where we can swap out the color for something else. So if we want to change this to gray or just whatever color we want, actually the image is not transparent. So anyways, that's kind of like how this section just works right down here. So it's really simple, really easy to adjust as appropriate. Let me click on back to change it, switch it back. There we go. And then again, just go in here, change the copy as you need to, update the button. Then right down here, we have latest from the blog. We have a shortcode that's set to automatically populate blog posts at the bottom of the website. Again, totally up to you if you want to have blog posts on your homepage. Typically with an e-commerce store, I wouldn't really have blog posts on my homepage because, you know, the goal of the blog is to rank well and then drive traffic back to the site and get people on the product page, but totally up to you. So that's how this section is working right there. So this is the feature image for each of the specific blog posts, the category, and the page title. Again, right out of the box, just looks fantastic. Come down here, we have a newsletter section, which is really nice. So again, operates the same way. Click over here to adjust the image. And again, we go over here to style the container. Then we come down here to the container option right there. Then over here, we can just, again, change the color. So right now we have the selected image right there. So if we want to change this, again, just go ahead and update the image in the back. And that's it. And then we have the content. You got to update there. And then the email opt-in form right there. I would go ahead and delete this and then switch it out with your preferred email list provider of choice, whether that's MailChimp or ConvertKit. Just get the HTML. And then just when you get the HTML, all you have to do is click this plus and then HTML, custom HTML, then pop in your own form code right there, and it should populate and everything should just look good and work as expected. All right, and then next we have trending now at the very bottom. So we have trending products. So again, up to you whether or not you want to have this section right there. Personally, I'd rather have the email opt-in box right at the bottom there and then the footer. And that's it. So if you want to get rid of this, again, you just click it, delete trending now, delete this, and that's it. And so then you're like, okay, so what is this right here, this trending now thing? So this is totally up to you. So let's open up a product page and we'll come down here and then we see this trending now again section right there. So where this is being populated from, we have to go back into our WordPress dashboard, click on Blocksy. And then over here, we have the extensions. There we go. And then right down here, trending posts. So if you want to get rid of that, just jump in here, click on deactivate, and that will remove this section from the product pages as well as your website. And then I think that's a nice overall layout. And then you have your footer down here. And so the footer is easy to adjust, which we'll get to in a bit. So one little thing with the homepage, we definitely want to jump up here and change the page title. So to do that, again, we just got to jump back into our website. We navigate to the bottom right there. And then right over here is where we can update everything because of Yoast SEO. So again, I would go ahead, delete everything. Okay, so I call it like my store. And then I would add in a page separator and then keyword description of what your store is about. And then right here, a meta description for your website. And I'll just leave it at that. Editing the header and the footer of your e-commerce WooCommerce website. So this is the header section. And then all the way at the bottom of your website, this is the footer. Now, again, right out of the box, it looks great, but let's customize it a little bit to make it our own. So all you have to do is click on this customize tab right here, and the WordPress editor is going to open. And so the difference between this WordPress editor and editing the page, like this is like page specific details, and this is like kind of affects the site broadly. So for example, like I want to change this button color. There's no way to do it here. What you have to do is jump into the page, then click on the button over there, and then you can adjust the button color over here underneath the style block. So this, again, this affects the site broadly. All right, so anyways, we have general options. So general, this affects the broad website, so we can change the layout, buttons, breadcrumbs, etc. So we go over here to layout. Again, you can adjust the layout as you want. So like maximum site width. Personally, it looks good out of the box, so I wouldn't really change anything there. Breadcrumbs over there, so we can change the way the breadcrumbs look on the blog posts and on the product pages. By default, I think it looks really nice. So if you want to change something like the homepage text, you can change that over there. Current post page, current taxonomy, title. Again, I would just leave all of these selected. They're all, again, right out of the box, looks good. And so that's really it underneath the general customization. So what we care about is the header. And so this is where you can swap out the logo. So right here is the logo. All you have to do is click it. And then right here, you can change the logo design to your own design, to your own transparent image. It's really that simple. Over here, we have the accounts, we have the carts, and we have the search function. And so again, just leave it as is. You want to delete something, just click the X. You want to move around, just drag and drop into place, and then things switch around. It's very nice, very easy. And so right here we have menu 1. So if we click on that, so right here we can kind of change the top level design of the menu. So again, how everything looks. So right now we have type 2 selected. So for example, like when people mouse over it, it has like a little bit of a line underneath. If you don't like that, if you want it to be a block or this, again, you can change that however you want. And that's really all you have to kind of worry about at the top there. Now, if you're wondering like, hey, where is this being populated from, the menu? So you have to work, I would navigate back to your dashboard. And then what you want to go do is go to appearance. Then we want to go to menus right there. And now underneath menus, we're going to have main menu. And then again, we have manage locations. So let's just check this. So we have main menu as the header, menu 1. So looks good. And right here we have home, products, about, blog, contact. There you go. So you can add pages as you want, and you can go ahead and delete pages as you want. So if I want to get rid of the home link, I can go here and kind of click on remove that. If I want that, products, okay, there we go. So again, if you just want to add something specific, again, just navigate over here to pages. It's going to have your most recent. So you may have to search for a specific page that you want to add. Now, if you're like, well, I want to have like a drop down of my products or maybe product categories, how do I do that? There's multiple ways to do it. So what you could do is you can go under category and you can like view all, for example, then add your categories under there. But you're going to notice that, oh no, this is only like the categories for the blog. So that's not really what you want. Now, WooCommerce endpoints, not really that helpful. Nothing really you'd have to add for this right here. Now, if you want to add in like products that are specific from like WooCommerce in your website, you're going to have to navigate up top there to screen options. Then you're going to have to click here to product categories. Then that enables the product categories to be available right over here. Then you can have like boom, chairs, boom, tables. We'll click on add to menu. Okay, then drag and drop there. Indent that just a little bit. That's like a sub menu. There we go. And so now you can create a drop down. Now, in general, with drop downs, people tend to not click the main menu items because the drop down grabs people's attention. So you may want to come in here and again, edit this link. So product navigation. So you may want to create a new page. So not new page, but a custom link. And then your site. So example.com/hashtag. And that means like this will be a menu item, but people can't click on it and navigate anywhere. So that's all you need to be kind of aware of. Totally up to you, but if you're going to create a drop down, typically people kind of ignore the main menu and just focus on the drop down items. Again, totally up to you what you want to do, but that's kind of like how you add in a drop down for your product categories. Everything's kind of hidden right here, so not a big deal. And that's really it. Okay, so that's all you have to do to adjust things up top there. Okay, so let's navigate back to our customization. All right, so we're right currently still in headers. Now, if I click on headers, we have global header. Okay, this is where we can change the functionality of the header. So here you can change the layout of the header. Just select whatever you like. Sticky functionality. So that means as I'm scrolling down, the menu will stick to the top. Personally, sticky headers are great if your user's on desktop. They're bad if they're on mobile. So in general, I'm not a big fan of sticky headers. So I personally would just turn that off and just have it sit at the top. Now, transparent functionality, again, that makes the menu transparent. So that's helpful if you're going to be using a big image, but even without the image, it still looks nice, like a nice white image or white header at the top. Again, you can make your own decision about how you want to design, but that's really all you need to know to customize this top section of your website. So let's go back. All right, let's go to the footer. All right, so now let's navigate to the bottom. All right, so right here is the footer layout. So we have a top row, middle row, then button row. So we have different buttons added in. And so you can just easily adjust things as you want. So if we click on this middle row, we have 2 widget areas. So you're like, what's a widget? So, okay, let's back out of this. So if I go here to appearance, and then we go to widgets, let's open up this, I'll leave that alone. All right, so the main sidebar, will minimize that. Here we go. So we have footer widget area 1, 2, 3, 4. That's being populated because the template has these widget areas added in. So you can add in more widgets if you want. So for example, we can add widget area 5. For example, if we want to do that, I can add that in right there. And now we have a new widget area. X out of that. And so again, just click on either of these. I'll click on the top row. Then you can change the grid layout. So see how it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you do that? It's easy. Let's click on this custom layout. Boom. If I want to change it around, I can select this or this. I can change the column. So maybe I want 4 columns. There you go. Or maybe I want 3 columns. There you go. Or 1. Whatever. It's literally that simple. And so personally, this footer looks awesome. We have the contact section right there. We have like maybe your about your site, company information, whatever. Then your email newsletter over there. Personally, I'd kind of get rid of that, but that's not that helpful if you want. But again, you can, it's your website, do whatever you want. So we have this widget area 4 that's being populated by this. So again, if we open up that, we have email newsletter text. Open up this. Then again, you can just adjust this text form right here. So that's how you kind of adjust everything in your footer over here. So we take a look at this, useful links. literally just bullet points and hyperlinks. So if you want to add something new or just a link, for example, like when we create a privacy policy and terms and condition, for example, click on that. And then we can set this to link to a specific page. Okay, so let's navigate back to the footer. So we click on footers. Now we have this footer section right there. Now we click on footers. We have global footer, click on that. And the footer background right here is where it says the color. And so here you can adjust the color of your footer to something else as you want. And it's really that simple. So let's back out of that. Okay, and so that's really all you have to do to just edit and adjust each of these elements in the footer. Really simple. So just make sure you have your copyright, and then that is it. Editing your shop page. So what I need you to do is click on products and open up your product page. So now you can edit and adjust this specific page. Now, right out of the box, it does look really nice. So what we can change a few things around. Now, the first thing I want to do is change this URL. We have shop-2. So WordPress does that if you end up having two pages that are named the same exact thing. So let me go here and let's jump into our pages. Okay, so let's find pages. And then let's go ahead and find the shop page. So let's come down there. So we have two pages that say shop. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this page, because that one's not being used for anything. So now we have the shop page right there. All right, so let's go ahead and click on this and open it up. There we go. So now we can come in here and change the URL structure. And now we just want it to be ourwebsite.com/shop. Now also let's come down there. Make sure to add a better page title too to describe your page. You don't want just like shop my website. Maybe like whatever type, like for example, if you have a camera store, like action camera and accessories, I can't spell, store, whatever, or shop, whatever, like that. And then page separator, then the name of your website, something like that would make a lot more sense. So just leave this as action camera shop. There we go. And then we'll say action vloggers. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on update. And that is it. Okay, so let me back out of this. Let's go ahead and open up the shop page again. And there we go. So now the URL is clean. We updated the title. Looks good. All right, so now we can go here and click on customize. And you get a couple of different options. So again, we'll X out of that. Okay, so let's find there we go. So we have post types. Let's come down there. WooCommerce, general, product, archives. Okay, this is our product archives. So you have your different options about how many columns you want to have, or if you want to have the page title apparent or hidden. So personally, I would definitely have the page title. And so you could just jump in the back end shop. If you want to change that to something else instead of it saying shop. If you want to add in a little bit of context for the shop, like welcome to the store where we sell the best products on this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing. Totally up to you if you want to add that in. Okay, so the options you have here are you have sort the shop right over there. Shop result count, sidebar turned off. Again, a sidebar is not that functional anymore. Like sidebar is really like a dying design aspect because 50% of people view all websites on their phone. So sidebars aren't that helpful anymore. But if you really want to add in a sidebar, click on this and then you get a sidebar. And then obviously this is all crammed together. So you're going to have to like reduce that. So we have rows and columns. I'll change that to 3. That looks a little bit better. Maybe 2. Actually 3 looks good. And so right here, you can kind of change how this is laid out. So for example, if I'm on a phone and then right here, I want the sidebar to be off when people are on their mobile device, you can do that. And so for example, if I click on here, desktop, boom. Okay, see, doesn't work. So that's something that could be a little bit improved about Blocksy, where it'd be nice to have that little bit of customization. But anyways, let's turn on the sidebar. And I'll show you how to add in different items. Very simple. So this is just a widgetized area, just like the footer. And so if we come over here and then we navigate back, let me leave this. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me publish this page with the sidebar. There we go. Okay, so now that we're going to add in a sidebar with different types of options to help people sort, we don't really need shop sort right there. So we can turn this item off because that's not really that functional anymore. So now we want to navigate, I can't talk, to widgets. There we go. All right, so now let's minimize that. So WooCommerce sidebar, boom, open it up. We have no widgets there. So if we want to add in, say, like a product filter, we can go ahead and do that. Then active filters, we'll just leave it there. You have a bunch of different items that have been added by WooCommerce. We have filter products by price, filter products by attribute, filter products by rating, filter products by like product categories. So like I can take that and we can drag and drop this up, move it. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So show hierarchy. All right. So, all right, we like that. Okay. So we'll move this up top there. Okay. So let's take a quick look. So I published this. We'll X out of this. I'll show you how it's been updated. Okay. So now we have the product categories. We have a little bit of a sidebar right there. So we have active product filters. You know, everything's kind of set up. So that's kind of like how you can easily adjust things as you want with the sidebar over here. So filter products by price. So, you know, we can take this one. Let me move that up top there. Leave that there. Okay, let's reload the page. And there we go. So we have filtered by price. So if you just want to add in a sidebar to add in different items, that's kind of how it works. Personally, like this is helpful if you have a large website with lots of products, but I would say if like you're under 50 products, right out of the box, I think I would just leave it alone. The sidebar is not that functional anyways. You know, it's helpful if you have again like a large website with lots of products, and you got to give people a way to navigate the site a little bit more easily. But again, your shop, up to you. If you really want to add in a sidebar, that's how it works. And so that is it for how to customize the shop page. Editing your cart, checkout, and my account pages. So now with this template, we now have 2 pages of everything. So we have 2 cart pages, 2 checkout pages, 2 my account pages. Honestly, we can go ahead and delete the one that's not in use. So let's come up here to the cart page, go ahead and click on trash. There we go. Same with the checkout page, go ahead and click on trash. Then do the same thing again for my account, go ahead and click on trash. And there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the cart page, let's open up the checkout page, and let's open up the my account page. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is to make sure to edit the URL. So it's something that's a little bit better instead of cart-2. So again, we'll just make this cart, click on update. And then again, do the same thing for the other pages. Instead of checkout-2, just checkout. And then finally for the my account. And so we can change this to my account or account, whatever. I'll just call this account. There we go, click on update. Now again, what's awesome about this template, everything's already set up. So we already have the short code WooCommerce cart for this page, WooCommerce checkout for this page, and WooCommerce my account for this page. And so again, if we just take a quick look at the cart, let's open up this in a new tab. There we go. So this is the cart page. This looks great. So we have the proceed to checkout, apply coupon code, everything's set up as appropriate. We have the cross sell right there. Just looks really nice. Now, if you want to adjust things, you can just adjust things with the Gutenberg block editor. So if I want to add something underneath this section right there, I can click on this plus sign. I can go here to browse all. Then I can just add in anything I want. So if there, for example, like if I don't want this cross sell, maybe I can remove this. Maybe I want to have like related products, whatever. You can come over here and just add in things as you want. So for example, reviews by category, all products, filter by products, whatever. So you can just come in here and add in additional blocks as you want. Otherwise, for a cart page, this looks really nice. And again, let's just take a quick look at our checkout page. And the checkout page works the same way with the Gutenberg block editor, where you can just click the plus sign, add blocks as you want. And again, the checkout page looks good. So we have the billing details, then we have people fill out the billing details, and then we have your order. Now again, we're missing a few things, which is how to accept payments, which we're going to get to next, about how you accept PayPal, credit card, etc., which I'll show you how that's done. Then the last is the account page. So if you're going to have accounts, you don't have to have accounts. You can make it so people can buy from your e-commerce store without creating an account. But if you want to have people create an account, this is what it looks like on the back end. So again, we have dashboard, orders, downloads, address. Looks really good. Again, if you want to adjust the colors, very simple. So you just have to go to customize, and then under the customize, that's where you can kind of jump in and adjust the colors for everything. So let's go ahead and do that. So let me click on customize. Let's have this load up. Okay, so we can come over here, for example, typography. So here's the typography for the website. If we want to update that, if we want to change the font style, we can do that. General options, so breadcrumbs. Now let's go ahead and find where we can adjust the link color. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on colors, and then right here, so we have links. Then here we can adjust the color to whatever we want. So we want this to be blue. Again, that's how it's done. Very simple. And so that's all you really need to do, and all you really need to edit for each one of these individual pages as required. Accepting credit card payments with your WooCommerce website. So credit card payments used to be a really complicated thing in the past. You need a merchant account. Not anymore. We can use Stripe as our payment processor for credit cards. So let's get started. So first off, let's navigate back to WooCommerce. And what we want to do is we want to jump over into our settings right here. And then we want to navigate under the payment tab. Now, once you navigate here, you're going to notice you don't have that many payment options. You have direct bank transfer, check, cash on delivery, and PayPal. So in order to add in Stripe, we need to add in a plugin. So let's go ahead and navigate down here, go to plugins, go to add new. And I want you to type in Stripe. So S-T-R-I-P-E, Stripe. Okay, so go ahead and click on install now. And go ahead and click on activate. Once you do that, we can navigate back to WooCommerce, navigate back to settings. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that payment tab again. And there we go. So now we have a bunch of payment options, a bunch of different Stripe options. The one we care about is right here, credit card, Stripe, credit card. And so we're going to want to turn this on. There we go. And then click on setup. All right, fantastic. So now we're in the dedicated section of the site to, enable Stripe, but we need to add in a few different things. So once you go ahead and create an account, you get everything set up, you verify your email, your bank account, all the stuff that you need to do, then you can continue with this. So I'm going to assume you already do that. So get that taken care of. Okay, so this is Stripe. This is a test account I have set up. So anyways, so first thing I want to do is view test data. So what this is going to do is this is test. This is like a test account, test data. It's not real. And this is the way you can kind of test out to see if your credit card payment is working by using a fake credit card, etc., etc., etc. So very simple. So now we want to get started. So first off, we need to fill out this section down here. So the thing that we need here, we have test mode enabled, boom. We need a publishable key, we need a test secret key, then we need a web hook. All right, so where do we get the publishable key from? So go to here to API key. Okay, so here's our publishable key. We'll click on that, copied, okay. So publishable key, paste that in, there we go. Test secret key. All right, reveal test secret key. All right, click to copy. All right, boom. Then go here, paste that in, okay. And now we need a test webhook secret. Okay, so what do? We have to go to webhooks. Now what this does is this allows us to test out whether or not the payment's going to work. So right now we need to click on this button over here that says add an endpoint. Okay, so we can kind of ignore all of this. Now the endpoint URL, you do need to fill that out. Where do you get that information from? Right over here. So boom, highlight this. Make sure to just highlight only this URL. Right click, copy, navigate over here, endpoint URL. Okay, paste that in. Now send events to send. What we want to do is we want charge. Okay, click on that one. Okay. All right, so let's come down here. Actually, let me clear that out. Select event. There we go. Charge. Okay. There we go. Add event. There we go. Okay, now everything's set up. We're good to go. Okay, so once we have that set up, we have the signing secret. So click that to reveal. Then we want to, again, highlight this, right click this, then copy that, navigate back to our WooCommerce sites, and then test webhook secret. Boom, paste that in, and that is it. And so right down here, you can kind of just leave. That's it. That's literally all the information you need to add. And now you've set up viewing test data. You've added test data. Now you can test this out to see if it works correctly by using like a fake credit card number, just to see if everything works. And again, it's all fake money. It doesn't actually like work. It just allows you to test it out to see if it's hitting your account as appropriate. Okay, so anyways, what are some other options right down here? Okay, so we have the inline credit card form, can leave that blank. Capture, charge immediately. Yes, absolutely, because if you don't have that selected, then you have to log in to Stripe every time and then authorize the charge. It's a little bit annoying. Now, payment requested buttons. This is super annoying. I personally don't like this because this is like when you're on the checkout page, you're gonna have the end user has all these buttons to click on. It's like, no, it's kind of annoying having the checkout button, PayPal button, Apple Pay, Google Pay, just annoying. We'll get rid of that. Okay, so now we have that enabled, enable payments via save credit cards. Okay, and that is it. Okay, so let's continue on. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is right here where it says statement descriptor. So what is that? We mouse over there. Statement descriptors are limited to 22 characters. This will appear on your customer's statement in capital letters. So you know what that is when you buy something on your credit card and you're looking at your credit card statement. So this is the business name. So business name should go here. So like whatever if you have an LLC, that's what you want to put in here. And then that's it. Okay. And so go ahead and click on save changes. And you've successfully enabled credit card payments. Okay. And so right now everything's in test mode. So literally to make this active, what I would do is just test this out, make sure it works. Once it works, then click off enable test mode. Okay. And so come over here, then you want to click off this view test data. Then you want to follow the same exact process that we just did. That's all you have to do. Okay. So again, you just need to navigate here to your API keys, get your real API keys, and then put them over here, live publishable keys, then your live secret key, then the secret webhook. You got to enable all that. Do literally the same process before, but again, just test everything out, make sure it works. Once it works, okay. Then go to live, and that is it. Setting up PayPal for your WooCommerce website. So PayPal, again, is just another way to get paid, and it's a very popular option with people who work online. And so it's a good idea because, for example, you have someone like me and I get paid via PayPal, then I have money in my account. So I personally would like to use this money to just pay for goods and services via a website. So I personally like websites that offer PayPal as an option for payment. Now, again, I think most people are not getting large sums of money sent to PayPal. They tend to just pay with credit card for everything, but it's still a good option to set up. And with WooCommerce, everything's kind of built in already, so super duper simple. So you have to navigate to payments, then PayPal standard, then enable it right here. Okay, and then we want to navigate over here to where it says manage. And then that's it. So make sure enable PayPal standard, PayPal, boom. And then right here is the PayPal email. So whatever email you use to sign up with PayPal, that's going to be your payment email. And so whatever email you use to sign up and create an account here, that's all you want to put in here for the PayPal email. And that's it. And so then you want to navigate down there, and then you want to make sure to click on save changes, and that is it. Setting up automated taxes for your website. So again, taxes are just a part of doing business. You know, everyone says like when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. Well, as a self-employed person, I can tell you, you work one day in your life, and that's the day you have to file your taxes. Now, once we jump in here to settings, we have a bunch of tabs, and it's like, well, I don't see taxes. Like, how come they don't have this integrated? Well, you got to go underneath the general tab. You got to navigate down here. Then you have to enable tax rates and calculations. Then we go here and we click on save changes. Okay, fantastic. So right here, we can just begin setting up our tax with the tax tab right there. And there we go. So proceed with tax. So now we can set the standard rates, reduced rates, zero rates. So again, if you want to go this route and not automate it, have fun with that, because taxes are really confusing and it's based on origin based and destination based. So this article is tax jar, charging sales tax rates. So it gives a bunch of different examples, like what if you're in Georgia and you're sending to Tennessee, and this is origin based versus destination based. You know, how does that work? What do you have to do? So that's why you kind of want to automate this. So in order, because again, you can kind of come in here and go through all 50 states and manually input the standard rate, reduced tax rate if you want, or you can set up automation. So anyways, navigate to your plugins, and then we want to go to plugins, and you want to go to add new. Okay, so now we want to look for something called WooCommerce tax. There we go. Okay, WooCommerce shipping and tax. So let's go ahead and install that. And let's go ahead and activate it. All right, so connect Jetpack to activate WooCommerce shipping and tax. Okay, so Jetpack is another plugin from the team behind WordPress. Adds a bunch of helpful features to your website. So you are going to need a free WordPress account. So let's go ahead and install that. Okay, so once you go ahead and activate everything and sign in with Jetpack, everything should connect and you should be looking at a page that looks similar to this. And so now you have a Jetpack off in the sidebar there. So let's navigate back to WooCommerce. Let's go to settings, and then we're going to navigate to the tax tab right here. All right, great. And then right here, automated taxes, and then enable automated taxes, and then go down here and click on save changes. And that is it. Setting up shipping for your WooCommerce website. So let's get started. So we're going to be using the setting tab, then going to shipping. Now right here, you can set up a geographic zone. So let's go ahead and add in a shipping zone. There we go. So now we can name the zone and then the zone region. So obviously you'd want to kind of have the name and the region kind of match the name. So maybe like, for example, if I want to have this be like North America, and then I want to have Canada, United States, maybe Mexico added in, I can do that. Or maybe I just want this to be the United States. So I'll do that, United States, because I'm American. Okay, so then the zone region. So I'll put in United States right here. Okay, and so now I can just create a shipping method. So this is zone region. What's the shipping method for the United States? I can add in a shipping method. We'll say a flat rate. Okay, and then we'll go here to add shipping. And there we go. So now we have enabled a flat rate, and now we can edit the flat rate. Okay, so the method over here is a flat rate, and then the status is taxable or not taxable. This depends on where some states tax, some states don't tax. So this really depends on like what state you're sending to. In general, most states don't charge for shipping. Now the cost will just say $8 for shipping as a flat rate. We'll save changes, and there we go. Okay, so now we can continue on and we can keep adding in different methods. So let's go ahead. I'll click on the shipping tab again. Okay, so now we have one zone name. Let's add in a shipping zone. So let's say I want to add in, we'll say free shipping. We'll say free shipping. Okay. Then we'll say the zone region is United, or we'll say Connecticut. There we go. There we go. Connecticut, United States. That's where I'm from, everyone. So Connecticut, United States. All right, let's go ahead and add in a shipping method. Let's say they get free shipping because people in Connecticut pay tons of taxes. All right, so we'll say free shipping. Okay. Now with the free shipping, now you can edit this even further over here. So we can go here, edit. Then free shipping requires what? So we can have a valid coupon code, a minimum order amount or coupon, minimum order, and a coupon code. So personally, if you're going to do free shipping, I would just keep it simple and just make it so like when someone orders like a minimum amount, so let's just say $75. So anyone who has to order $75 from Connecticut, then they get free shipping. Okay. Then you could do that on your website where you can add that to like the very, very top of your website. You could use a plugin to add in like a little hello bar at the top and say orders over $75, free shipping, or whatever, like, orders in the United States over this amount, free shipping. And that's really it. Okay. And so there we go. So now we have free shipping for Connecticut, and let's go back to the shipping tab, and there we go. So now we have United States, we have free shipping for this, and we're good to go. Next, you want to navigate over to shipping options, and under this, you have specific preferences for calculations, shipping destination, the debug mode. Again, all this stuff is personal preferences, so there's not really much to demonstrate there. Okay, so if we come over here to WooCommerce shipping. All right, so shipping labels. So this is where you can kind of get that information for your own store when you're actually printing stuff out. So print shipping labels yourself and save a trip to the post office. Yep, we have that activated. Paper size, letter, add a credit card, email receipts, and then we can edit and adjust your packaging. Again, it depends on what you're shipping, so I don't know what you're shipping. So again, you're gonna have to do this kind of yourself depending on the size and weight of these specific products. Now let's go over here to shipping classes, and then shipping classes, let's go ahead and add a shipping class. So we'll say, we'll give this a specific name. We'll say like, just say premium. Okay. We'll say save shipping class. Okay. So now we have the shipping class all set. All right. So let's go here to, we'll say shipping zones. Okay. So what we're basically doing is like setting up some type of like added, like say we're sending something that's really valuable that we got to ship in a specific certain way. That's kind of like how you'd want to use a shipping class. So you want to jump into like WooCommerce. You want to go to your products, for example, and you want to find like a product that's what needs whatever specific type of, let me go here to products, any product that needs like specific type of shipping that's like unique and special. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive to ship, whatever. That's sort of what you want to do. So let's come here. We'll click on the coffee table. Okay, so the coffee table is big and it's heavy. So let's go set that up. All right, so we'll come down here, shipping. There we go. Click on the tab right there. All right, shipping class, no shipping classes. Ah, look, we got premium set up. Okay. And so there we go. So now we can add one product in to the premium shipping class. Again, you call it whatever you want. Just it's for your own backend information. So now let's navigate to WooCommerce. Let's go to settings. All right, and then let's go to shipping again. And there we go. So for example, we can add in a shipping zone. We'll just say like in the zone is United States. Okay, and then the regions is United States. There we go. Okay, add a shipping method, flat rate, and then we go here, boom. All right, so then we navigate over here, click on edit. Okay, and now we can change this over here for premium right there. So now that we have this set up, so premium shipping class cost. So this is in addition to the flat rate. And so put in whatever you want. Now you do have a couple handy dandy little options where you have advanced costs that you can play around with. This does get a bit confusing, but you can put in different cost fields. So for example, we have the 10 plus 2 times the quantity. So WooCommerce back in the day was very heavy on shortcodes. So they're kind of moving away from that. So I'm sure they'll probably update this over time to something a little bit more intuitive. But again, like this sample right here, if we take this, that means it'll be a base shipping cost of $10, $2 for each item in the cart, for example. So you would take that. Then premium shipping class, you could paste the shortcode in there and everything will be taken care of on the back end. Or no shipping costs over here, no shipping class costs right there. So what that means is like use quantity for number of items, cost for the total items, and fee or percent. You can set that up right there. Then calculation type. So we can change this per class or per order. So I'd leave this as per class. I hope this makes sense. So again, this just allows you to adjust the type of cost depending on the specific item. So for example, if you're on your whole e-commerce store, you're sending out hats and you're like, okay, the cost of shipping a hat is this. But then like we have this one product that's like big and heavy and it's more complicated to ship. That's why you'd want to set up a specific shipping class cost just to help automate everything on the back end for you. So you don't drive yourself crazy, like maybe, paying $4 to ship like a coffee table. And it's like, oh no, it costs so much more than that to actually ship. So you build the price in as required for shipping products. Okay, and that is it. And so one helpful little plugin you can also consider getting is the table rate shipping. So again, this is more of a premium plugin, but it provides that real advanced level backend shipping options that you're going to need. If you have a more complicated store where you're sending a variety of products that are all different weights and sizes and just it's more complicated. If you have a complicated store like that, then you may want to consider getting this specific plugin over here. But otherwise, that is it for setting up shipping on your website. Creating coupon codes. So coupon codes are fantastic. Like you can give a 10% coupon code. If someone signs up to your email list, you can create coupon codes based on like a specific holiday, whatever. So coupons are found underneath the marketing tab right there. then go ahead and click on coupons. Now click here to create your first coupon. And it's pretty self-explanatory, so let's navigate to this specific page over here. Now up top there, the coupon code is whatever you want to put in. So if I want to say WCP10, like so 10% off, whatever. Now we can change the type of coupon code over here. So we have fixed cart discount, percentage, or fixed product discount. So for example, percentage discount, if we put there, that means people get 10% off whatever they're purchasing. If a fixed cart discount means like, all right, this coupon code gives everyone a $10 discount code no matter what they buy or however much they add. Over here, you can set it to allow free shipping if you want to create a coupon code for free shipping. So maybe you just want to create like a specific coupon code, and just for free shipping coupon code, you could set up there, just leave it at 0, click on this, then this coupon code that you set up would be for free shipping. And then at last, you can set an expiry date. It's really that simple. All right, so usage restrictions. So here, obviously, you can just set up restrictions on like what people have to do, how much they have to spend, etc. Then usage limits. You can limit how many coupons this could be used on your store. So maybe you're giving out a specific like 500 coupon codes only, whatever, you can limit the usage on this page. And it's really that simple. So once people have the coupon code and they're on the checkout page, then they just pop in the coupon code that you have set up there. Then it performs in whatever way you have it set up on the back end. Anyways, that's how you set up coupon codes for your website. Customizing your emails within WooCommerce. So like all online stores, your customers are going to expect to receive some type of receipt when they make a purchase from your store, like, hey, here's your order number, thanks for your purchase, that type of deal. So if you navigate over to settings, WooCommerce has this email tab, and they have a bunch of different emails for different things like refunds, complete order, processing, order on hold, etc. And each one of these you can jump into and manage and edit as you like. Now, what's also helpful to note is to come down here, then down here, email sender options, email template. And so you can customize the section with the email template over here to preview what your template will look like. And so you can click on this, and this is what the email template looks like. Now I've gone ahead and adjusted and changed things over here. And so, you don't have to send yourself a dummy email. You can if you want. I'll show you how to do that quickly, but you can just click here to preview. This is what your email template's going to look like. Okay. And so you just come over here, you come to the one that you want to say manage, and that is it. So let's wait till this opens. There we go. And so now we have customer invoice details, subject, email heading, subject paid, email heading paid, etc. And you can just edit and adjust each one individually. All right, so how do you send yourself a dummy email? Well, you got to come over here to WooCommerce, go to orders. Once you're in orders, you want to navigate to where it says billing. Okay, you just want to create a new order. So you want to literally go to add order, and there you go. Click on billing right there, and then come down here, fill out the email address that you want to send it to. Then go ahead and click on create, and then send an invoice order details to customer. Just click on create, and it'll get sent automatically. And so then it'll be sent to your inbox. And so I'm using it says me over here. It says our store, but again, it says me right there because I'm sent myself with the same email. But if you're using a different email, obviously it'll come up whatever you put over here. Let's navigate. Let's click this. There we go. Okay, so again, that's why you want to adjust this. So make sure it's something like the name of your store. So when people open their email, it's not going to say like WordPress or something weird like that. You want it to say your store so people open it and can trust it. And then this is what the template looks like. Very basic, not too fancy. Now there are plenty of plugins you can install for WordPress that enhance the emails, that allow you to have drag and drop ability to customize. Personally, I personally don't think people care that much. Just edit the email so it looks nice, straight and to the point. But again, totally up to you. But that's how you edit the emails within WooCommerce. And finally, your privacy policy, terms of use, shipping policy, about page, contact page. You got to take care of all these random pages that are really essential for an e-commerce website. So right down here, we have a privacy policy and terms and conditions. So there is a generator I like. If you want to do this, you can generate a privacy policy using this website. But over time, you definitely are going to want to sit down with a lawyer, someone to walk you through. You need to worry about that when you actually start making money from your e-commerce store, because again, you're going to be collecting personal information like emails. You definitely need to disclose how you're specifically handling that, those emails, etc. Now, shipping page too, you're going to want to add in a shipping page at the bottom of your website. because you just have to have that laid out. People need to know what to expect. And so actually Shopify, they have a blog, and they have a great way to set up a shipping policy page, and they have a bunch of different templates. You can find this at shipping policy under Shopify. So we come down here and they have a bunch of different templates. You can kind of just take this and just jump in and copy and paste and edit and adjust as need be. Now, where do those pages go? They go right here in the footer. Okay, so right down here, there should be a page where it says, right here we have account, where products, my account, wish list. This is nice, but I definitely would get rid of a lot of this stuff. Maybe I would change this from account. I would make this like company or store. It should be like privacy policy, terms of use, shipping, about, contact, like all those essential pages. It's like right over here. See, we got privacy policy, terms and conditions. So those are really important pages to add. Now, in terms of the about page and the contact page, just briefly, your about page is not about you, it's about the website and what you're like. Tell the unique story about your e-commerce website. That's what people want. Like, anyone can start some generic store. So like, what makes your store unique and different? The about page is a great place to kind of tell a story a little bit about why the site was started, what makes you unique and different. Then also make sure on the about page to have some type of call to action. So for example, like the template, this template is great because it does come exactly with this. So our story right there, we have the link to the contact page. You could update this for a specific product. In general, what I would do is incorporate videos, pictures, tell a story, then have a final call to action on this page, on the about page, for people to either subscribe to an email list or navigate them to a specific product or just give them something. Now over here we have the contact page, and so right here we have a nice form set up. So okay, so let's come over here, let's go to our appearance and let's go to plugins. Okay, so if we navigate this, we have WP Forms already installed with this template. So we got this as part of installing the plugin. So where can we edit this? So let's go to WP Forms. All right, so right here, we have the simple contact form already installed, already set up. So let's open this up. All right, so this form is already active on our website. So we just can go over here to the settings, and over here is where you can kind of adjust things. So we have the notifications. So send to email address. So that's really important because if you want to send it to a specific email address, you can set it up here. And if you're okay with it being sent to the admin email that you use to create your website, that's fine too. But otherwise, you don't really need to adjust that much because this form is working as appropriate. So everything's good to go over here. Maybe one thing you'd want to maybe consider doing is adding in some type of like protection for the form. So for example, if we navigate to the contact page on my website, websitecreatorpro.com, boom, we got the HCAPTCHA set up. So all you have to do is type in HCAPTCHA.com. There we go. Now you can just sign up to this and then follow the on-screen process in order to set up HCAPTCHA. Basically, you just have to connect the form to HCAPTCHA. Once you do that, this little button will appear right here, and it will prevent spam emails from hitting your inbox via your form on your page. And then one tiny little thing, we just update this favicon. So if you see it has a little W right there, but the Shopify logo and my own little favicon right there, how do you adjust that? So again, make sure to go to customize. All right, and then we want to navigate over to where, come down here for site identity. Where is that? There we go, site identity, click on that. And then right here, you can select an icon. The icon should be like 512 by 512 pixels. Not that big of a deal. It's just going to be this little logo. And that's how you change and swap out this logo, the favicon for the W, for something a little bit more unique and custom to your brand. Anyways, that is it for this tutorial.
Alright everyone, that's it for this tutorial video on how to create an e-commerce website with WordPress, WooCommerce, the Blocksy theme, and SiteGround. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, hit that like button. My name is David from websitecreatorpro.com. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.